of Champions.
The reinforcements are on their way. Andy Pettit had a good bullpen session today, threw very hard and felt no pain whatsoever. And Alex Rodriguez was in the cage, and he could be back in the lineup on Sunday. Kia Motors presents the Wednesday Game of the Week. The defending world champion New York Yankees against the Oakland Athletics in the third game of a four-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees Baseball, along with John Flaherty. I'm Michael Kay. The first two games of this series, it's been all Yankees. Their offense has exploded, especially two of their big switch hitters.
In the middle of the lineup, Mark Teixeira really getting the job done after missing a game in Chicago with a bone bruise, swinging a red-hot bat. Home run number 30 last night into the second deck got the Yankees going, and then Nick Swisher, who's been doing it all year, gets the green light on a 3-0 count, gets a fastball right down the middle, and he does exactly what you're supposed to do. Home run number 25. Impressive there. Joe Girardi giving him the green light, and he took advantage.
The 3-5 hitters in the Yankee lineup in this series off the charts. Teixeira's 5 for 6, 2 homers, 4 ribbies, and 5 runs scored. Swisher hitting .500 with 2 doubles, a home run, 5 ribbies, and 3 runs scored. That's just part of the offense.
Well, the Yankee offense all the way through the lineup, I guess, except Derek Jeter has been swinging the bat, and you see 11 runs, 9 runs last night, 13 hits, 9 hits. What's impressive, the home runs, but also doing it against some good pitching. Cahill and Mazzaro for the Oakland A's have been throwing the ball well. The Yankees did not show them any mercy.
And with that victory last night, coupled with the Rays loss, the Yankees are in sole possession of first place for the first time in 9 days. The Rays are a game back, and the Red Sox are 8 back. So the Yankees try to build on that lead now, and they'll send out A.J. Burnett. They have to straighten A.J. Burnett out for the stretch run as well. What's been the deal with A.J.? When we come back on segment 2, John Flaherty will try to give us some answers.
Has your computer been slowing down?
Diabetes scared me to death. There's so much to learn. I just shut down. But Liberty walked me through it all. Like when I test at night or after I eat. Makes a big difference.
When it comes to your diabetes supplies, quality and reliability are important. That's why Liberty offers the Accu-Check Aviva meter. And it's the only meter and strip combination manufactured in the USA. If you're over 65, have diabetes, and are on Medicare, call now and we'll send you a free meter. It offers alternate site testing, so you can test on your arm. No more pricking your fingers, so it's less painful.
It makes a big difference.
And to make it even less painful, the cost of your diabetes testing supplies may be covered by Medicare. Join over 1 million others who have chosen Liberty Medical. Call now and receive a free Accu-Check Aviva meter. Plus, for a limited time, get a free cookbook when you join.
Call 1-800-273-9135. 1-800-273-9135.
Moving. Call, pack, kick back. That's all it takes to move your DirecTV. One call before moving, pack your receiver, and we do the rest. Just call, pack, kick back, and get 5 months of our best TV package for free, including all our premium movie channels, and ask about our exclusive NFL Sunday ticket offer. So make your move easy. Call DirecTV.
Game 3 of the Yankees against the A's. Let's look at the New York Lottery pitching matchup. Brett Anderson will go for the A's, 3-5 with a good ERA. A.J. Burnett for the Yankees, enigmatic to say the least, 9-12 with a 5.17. John, I turn to you and I go, what's up with A.J.?
You know, with A.J., it's not mechanical. It's not physical. His arm is healthy. Obviously, control is sometimes a problem. He has hit 14 batters. That leads the major leagues. But right now, just a lot of pitches down the middle, fastballs down the middle, rolling curveballs don't have a lot of bite. If you're A.J. Burnett, don't think about mechanics. Just go out there and compete, and you hope you're going to have a better September.
He better. What he'd like to have is a month like he had in July. Look at what he did in June. 0-5, 11.35. Then this month, or the past month, 0-4 in August, 7.80. But then in July, 3-1, 2.00. So try to figure him out. The Yankees hope it's good, bad, good, bad. That means he's going to have a pretty good September. Nick Swisher's had a pretty good season. I'll tell you that. He has been bashing the ball. Yankees lineup, first pitch, baseball next, coming up on Yes.
The 2009 New York Yankees are world champions.
Yankees fans, you still have a chance to buy full season ticket plans to see the 27-time world champion New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium for the remainder of the 2010 season. Great locations are still available and include 2010 postseason options. For information, visit Yankees.com or call 718-293-6000. In 2010, come home to Yankee Stadium, the home of champions.
Jeter? The guy's got an edge.
Derek Jeter?
That guy's got an edge.
Oh, definitely an edge.
He's got an edge. Totally.
Porque tiene un edge. Jeter, you know he's got an edge.
He so has an edge.
He's got an edge, baby.
And I got it with this cool panoramic Vista roof.
Now, current competitive lessees can get a 2010 Edge for $199 a month. Just $199.
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it.
Only at your Tri-State Ford dealer.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Pepsi Max. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. By Raymore and Flanagan, furnishing your style with a guaranteed delivery of 3 days or less. And by IOTV. IOTV offers you incredible HD picture and sound. HD is free with IOTV. Another hot day here in New York City. Going to be a hot and humid evening. The crowd is filing in to the stadium. The Yankees have taken the field. And we're going to take a look at the A's starting lineup, which is presented, as always, by our good friends at Lexus. The A's come in one game under 500 at 65 and 66. They lead off their center fielder, Coco Crisp. Derek Barton, who walks a lot, he'll be at first base, batting second. Batting third and catching, Kurt Suzuki. Jack Cuss, the DH, will clean up. Batting fifth and playing third base, Kevin Kuzmanov. Mark Ellis at second base will bat sixth. The number 7 hitter, left fielder Jeff Larish. Rajay Davis in right field is going to bat eighth. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, Cliff Pennington.
That Oakland A lineup going to go to work against right-hander A.J. Burnett, who did not have a good month of August. We'll take a look at his numbers for the year. Below 500, 9-12, ERA over 5, 5.17, 166 hits and 151 in the third innings. Take a look at the scouting report. If you're A.J. Burnett, you have to turn the page. Forget about August when you went 0-4 with a 7.8. Look forward to September, and it's about time to start seeing some results. The Yankees in a playoff run here, getting to the postseason, trying to feel good about their rotation, and you just have to make it happen. It is not mechanical. He doesn't have a dead arm. He's just got to go out there at this point in the season and compete and find a way to win a ball game.
All right, let's take a look at the Athletics or the Yankees defense, brought to you by Mercedes. In the outfield, Kearns, Granderson, and Swisher, that's left to right. Infield, Nunez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira, that's third to first. Cervelli is behind the plate, and Alan James Burnett is on the mound. So we are ready for baseball here at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Third game of a 4-game set. Third game of a 10-game homestand for the Yankees, the longest homestand of the year. Crisp is ready. Burnett is ready. And let's do it here in the Bronx as the veteran right-hander deals a strike, and we are underway.
Like I mentioned with A.J. Burnett, it's not mechanical. He's not going through a dead arm. You talked to Dave Island, the pitching coach, said his bullpens are outstanding. Now it's about time. Just take it out onto the field and compete. Try to find a way to win a ball game.
There's a strike. And the count is 0-2. That's why you don't give up on A.J. Burnett, though, because the stuff is there, and all he has to do is find his location, and he becomes an effective pitcher again. Count 1-2.
You know, like any other player on this field, any other major leaguers, Doug Eddings said that Crisp did not swing. It's all about confidence. You get in that good rhythm, you take the mound, you feel like there's no way you're going to lose a ball game. Right now, when A.J. takes the mound, there's some doubts. I'm sure Derek Jeter not swinging the bat 100%. There's some doubts. He's got to find a way to get it done.
And the 1-2. Fastball inside, and the count 2-2. There's Derek fighting a slump of his own. Derek won for his last 25. Well, made a great play defensively last night. The 2-2 is up and away. 3-2.
Like AJ needs a win, Derek Jeter needs a little confidence knock, one of those hits to get him going, get on a hot streak.
Here's the payoff from Burnett. Fouled away. Now it's imperative against a guy like Crisp that Burnett gets him, because Crisp steals bases and Burnett is not good at holding runners on as a high leg kick, and that's something that's been taken advantage of recently.
And you can take it a step further. Got ahead in the count 0-2. Now all of a sudden it's 3-2, and you talk about negative thoughts maybe creeping in there. I was ahead. What happened? Be a nice first out if you can get it.
He gets it. Strike three right down the middle. Crisp down looking. Let's look at the game time weather conditions presented by Bigelow Tea. It's been in the 90s all day. Right now 88 degrees, 42% humidity. The winds out of the south-southeast at 9 miles per hour, and the forecast warm and clear. That's going to bring up Derek Barton, who has 88 walks this year. And that's why he has a .397 on base percentage to go along with that .281 average. Missed outside. 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Well, it was a good way to finish off the at-bat. A little two-seamer, supposed to be inside. It runs to the middle of the plate and it freezes Coco Crisp. Good start for A.J. Burnett.
Missed outside. The count 2-0.
And it should be a good matchup for AJ as well. We've been talking for 2 days. The A's do not hit a lot of home runs. You see Barton walks a lot. Really not a lot of power. They run more than they used to, but should be a good matchup for AJ Burnett.
Count 3-0. And the pitch, and he walks Barton on 4 pitches. So strikes out Crisp looking, and now Barton moves to first base, his 89th walk of the year, and that leads the American League. That's going to bring up Kurt Suzuki. IOTV offers you incredible HD picture and sound. HD is free with IOTV, the official HD service provider of Yankees baseball on Yes. Burnett had a previous start against the A's this year and did well. 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Nice block there by Cervelli. If you look at some of the numbers, if you look inside the numbers that A.J. Burnett has, they really blow you away because he's so good stuff-wise. He's allowed 6 earned runs or more in 9 starts this year. That's 3 more times than the entire Yankee pitching staff combined. And let's move away from the Yankees because they have the best record in baseball. That's 3 more times than any pitcher in baseball. And this is a guy with electric stuff. That's why it's so frustrating.
The frustrating part is when AJ comes out of the bullpen in his warm-ups and he has it, it's going to be a dominating performance. But then on the flip side, when he doesn't have it, it's going to be a short outing.
Line drive to left field. It's a base hit. Austin Kearns fields. He'll get the ball in, and the A's have runners on first and second with 1 out.
We'll take another look at the fastball, and again, it's a two-seamer that runs down and into Suzuki. Does a nice job getting the bat head to it, lining it into left field. But here you go again for A.J. Burnett. I mean, this first inning can really tell you what this ball game is going to be like for him. Can he work his way out of some trouble? Make a big pitch when he has to. It's all about confidence with AJ at this point.
Here's Jack Cust. Cust 2 for 16 lifetime against AJ Burnett. Another good on base percentage, closing in on 400 from Flemington, New Jersey. Tries to tie him up inside with the fastball. Count 1-0.
You can see AJ giving a little look to Dana DeMuth behind the plate. A pretty good fastball inside. Did not get the call. And even though it was off the plate inside, that's a good sign for AJ when he can keep that fastball on the inner half, keep it true. Usually means he's in pretty good shape mechanically.
There's a strike. Now, we told you about the 2 for 16. One of the two, a home run. Another strike. Count 1-2.
Pretty good backdoor curveball there from A.J. Burnett. Gets ahead in the count 1-2. It's not that big curveball that we've seen earlier in the year. A little tighter. Drops it on the outside half. Good pitch.
Pitch inside. If you ever get a chance to meet A.J. Burnett, it's hard not to root for him. He's a good guy. He's self-deprecating, introspective, fun to talk to. And he's not, I think he almost gives off a different demeanor, his look. But he's not like that at all. He's actually a real sweet guy, and you want to see him do well.
Yeah, sometimes when you watch him pitch, though, you would question if you don't know him.
Right.
Is he competing? Because he has the same mechanics. He doesn't really show a whole lot of frustration out there, and he's competing just as hard as anybody else. He just doesn't show it a lot out there.
The 2-2. Strike 3. Good pitch on the inside part of the plate. Cust down looking.
Well, Jack Cust isn't going to like it, but this usually tells you that A.J. is in pretty good shape when he can keep a fastball inside and keep it pretty true. Gets a big call third strike to Jack Cust. Dangerous Jack Cust, maybe off the plate a little bit.
So 2 down, and that'll bring up Kuzmanov. Runners on first and second. Just underway here at the stadium. We thank you for joining us here on Yes. And A.J. is going to work a scoreless first inning. That one is lofted to Swisher. He'll put it away, and that will do it. No runs a hit, no errors, and 2 men left. It's the Athletics nothing, and the New York Yankees coming to bat.
Did you know that the Kia Sorento has class-leading V6 horsepower? Did you know the Sorento is a top safety pick? Did you know it comes with advanced technology? And do you know which competitor offers all of this, plus third-row seating? The CR-V or the Equinox? Answer is neither. The Kia Sorento. The more you know, the better it gets. And right now, we're offering 0% APR financing.
What if every ATM was free? No more $2, $3 fees. No more paying to access your own money. It'd be like every ATM in the world was your ATM. The Schwab Bank High Yield Investor Checking Account. 0 ATM fees, a great interest rate, no minimums. And it's FDIC insured. The Schwab Bank High Yield Investor Checking Account. The biggest thing in checking since checks. Open an account at 1-800-4-SCHWAB or schwab.com.
This is the jungle, disguised as a wedding, but a jungle nonetheless. And here there are 2 types of tigers. One that goes straight to the prey, and the one who makes the prey surrender to him.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. The A's don't score in the top of the first. Let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup, presented by Lexus. The captain, the shortstop, Derek Jeter, leads off. Batting second and playing right field, Nick Swisher. Mark Teixeira is the first baseman. He'll bat third. Cleaning up and playing second base, Robinson Cano. Marcus Thames, the DH, will bat fifth. Batting sixth, playing left field, Austin Kearns. Curtis Granderson in center field will bat seventh. The number 8 hitter, third baseman, Eduardo Nunez. And Francisco Cervelli, the catcher, will bat ninth.
Yankees are going to face a good young left-hander in Brett Anderson. Take a look at his numbers. The ERA is pretty impressive. One of those guys not getting a lot of run support. 3-5, but a 3.32. Only 12 walks in 65 innings. We'll look at our scouting report. He has been on the disabled list twice already with elbow problems. And a power lefty who's got a good fastball, about 92, 93, and a power slider. He's looking for a little help. I mentioned he's the guy in the rotation the A's just are not scoring a lot of runs for, only 2.49 runs per game.
Pitch to Jeter is inside.
I guess if you think about it, the A's really haven't been scoring a lot of runs for any of their starting pitchers, but it seems like Anderson, the one on the short end of the stick.
Ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So Derek breaks an 0 for 12 slide, 1 for 25 and 2 for 30 with a leadoff single.
Sure, a little sigh of relief for Derek Jeter, and does what he does best, right back up the middle the other way. About 3, 4, 5 hopper right back up the middle. A little confidence knock for Derek Jeter. Now you look forward to the rest of the ball game.
Now here's Nick Swisher. Swisher 9 hits in his last 19 at bats. He has the average up to 297. Derek kind of stutter stepped toward second and then stopped. Don't know if he misread the move or whether his intention was to go.
We'll see. Maybe you never know if the Yankees have a scouting report that they can pick something up on Anderson and his move. I'm sure Bob Guerin, the manager of the Oakland A's, will be watching carefully. Anderson left his last start after 2 innings, a hyperextended right knee. Bob Guerin had to take him out of that ball game. See how he reacts tonight.
Bob Guerin, former Yankee, was a catcher during the tough years here with the Yankees in the Bronx. Very close with A's general manager Billy Beane, managing their minor league system, and now their big league skipper. Tied up. Did he go? No, he did not. Said C.B. Buckner. Two balls, 2 strikes. 5 seasons as a player for the Yankees. AAA manager for 3. A's coach, and then he's been their manager since the 07 season.
Teammate of mine he was coming down from the big leagues. I was on my way up to the big leagues with the Red Sox in the minor leagues, and not a better catcher as far as knowing how to run a pitching staff, call a game, run into a fastball every now and again, but it's not a surprise he's a successful big league manager.
I also think he was Billy Beane's best man at his wedding. That certainly
That's
helps.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Nick Swisher's getting a good look at Anderson and why he is tough. He's thrown a couple of fastballs inside, good tight sliders down and in. Pretty dominant against lefties, but he's also a tough at bat for a right-hander.
Swing and a miss. Swisher down on strikes. Here's red hot Mark Teixeira. Since Alex Rodriguez went on the DL, Mark is 12 for 27. That's 444 with 3 homers and 7 ribbies. And since June 8th, in 72 games, he's raised his average from 211 to 264.
Impressive last night, getting on top of a fastball. Home run number 30 to the second deck in right field.
That one is driven deep to left center field. Giving chase is crisp. He's going to have to play it up against the wall. Plays the carry. Jeter rounds third. He'll score. And Mark Teixeira continues to rake an RBI double, and the Yankees lead 1-0.
Well, it doesn't seem to matter if he's hitting left-handed like he was last night with his 30th home run, or right-handed here. Fastball that's pretty much on the inside corner. That's pretty impressive, being able to take care of that and drive it to left center. And an easy base running play for Derek Jeter. It's right in front of him. He gets a good look. No need to even look at the third base coach, Robbie Thompson. He's going to score easily. Not a bad pitch by Brett Anderson, and Mark Teixeira took care of it.
96 ribbies now for Teixeira. He's now 6 for his last 7 with 5 runs batted in. Had a great series here against the A's. So 1 run in, runner at second and 1 out. Here is Cano. Ties him up. Checks his swing. Let's take it the Coors Light freeze cam.
That's nice right there. Look at head down on the ball, bat head extension. Nice torque against that front leg.
A 1-0. 2-0.
Michael, the Yankees have been swinging a hot bat in this series, and the Oakland A's came in here. I mean, they got a great starting rotation. Young with impressive numbers. Cahill in the Cy Young conversation. They beat him up the first night. Mazzaro last night.
Fouled away.
The A's are a little surprised that the Yankees have done to them what they have in this series. 3.57 best in the American League in this series. Not very impressive. Over 10.
Kurt Young, the pitching coach, probably wondered what's going on. Not the staff that he brought into New York. The 2-1. 3-1. Cano, 13 home runs and 36 runs batted in against left-handed pitching.
Marcus Timms on deck, has been red hot. Had a tough night last night, but swinging a hot bat. We'll see if Anderson comes right at Robinson Cano. A 3-1 count.
Hot shot to short, grabbed there by Pennington. He fires to third, and they get Teixeira trying to advance. Robinson Cano walking off the field, thought he was out. Now he's told by Mick Keller to get back to first.
Well, Robinson Cano does everything right. Pennington makes a nice play to his right and a quick throw to Kuzminoff to get Mark Teixeira. Your base running, you're taught if the ball is to your right, you probably shouldn't go, but a great play by Pennington. Strong throw right on the bag to Kuzminoff.
And then for some reason, Cano thought he was out as he made a right-hand turn at first base and headed to the dugout. Would have been the third out if he was out. Timms fouls it back. Is that a hard read there for Teixeira because it's kind of behind him?
You know what? It's kind of what, to his right. Although they say if the ball's hit to your right or behind you, if it's hit to your left, you'll go to third. If it's hit to your right, then you should stay at second. But that ball was hit so hard, and the key is knowing where the shortstop is behind you, and that's a tough part because you'll take your lead and you're peeking behind you to see where he is, and then you're not 100% sure if that's where he is, and you can see it's hit right at him.
And technically it was just to his left because he took off when the ball was hit. So,
but like I said, the hard part is realizing where the shortstop is behind you when you're taking your lead. It's a tough read. The ball was hit hard.
(1-1) to Timms. Strike. Dana DeMute, the home plate umpire. One 1-0 Yankees just underway here at the stadium on a Wednesday evening. Let's check out the A's defense, brought to you by Mercedes. Got Larish, Crisp, and Davis in the outfield left to right. Infield, Kuzminoff, Pennington, Ellis, and Barton third to first. Suzuki behind the plate. Brett Anderson is on the mound. High fly ball. Fairly shallow left center. Coco Crisp is there, and he'll put it away for the final out. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played 1. It's 1-0 Yanks.
South of Laredo, there's a place. Gotta cross an ocean of scorpion-covered earth. So hot, rattlesnakes combust spontaneously. We're drawn like moths to a flaming jalapeno. But you gotta eat bold. Know what I'm saying?
Subway's turned up the heat. Introducing Subway Fiery Footlong Subs. The hot new turkey jalapeno melt and boldacious buffalo chicken. Eat bold.
Subway Fiery Footlong Subs. Burn the wimp right out of you.
Diabetes scared me to death. There's so much to learn. I just shut down. But Liberty walked me through it all. Like when I test at night or after I eat. Makes a big difference.
When it comes to your diabetes supplies, quality and reliability are important. That's why Liberty offers the AccuCheck Aviva meter. And it's the only meter and strip combination manufactured in the USA. If you're over 65, have diabetes, and are on Medicare, call now and we'll send you a free meter. It offers alternate site testing, so you can test on your arm. No more pricking your fingers, so it's less painful.
It makes a big difference.
And to make it even less painful, the cost of your diabetes testing supplies may be covered by Medicare. Join over 1 million others who have chosen Liberty Medical. Call now and receive a free AccuCheck Aviva meter. Plus, for a limited time, get a free cookbook when you join.
Call 1-800-273-9135. 1-800-273-9135.
Oh no! The movers are here. And we're not ready. But where's the third mover?
Ben-Hur Movers give you free binding estimates for hassle-free moving on big and small jobs. Insured careful packing. Crating. Local and long distance. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Bye, Ben-Hur.
Time for the Toyota Text Poll. Tonight's question is September the best month for sports? You can text us at 58772, and standard text messaging rates apply. Your choices are yes or no. Yes or no. Baseball pennant races. Football begins. College football this weekend. U.S. Open. Tennis. You decide. There's a strike to Mark Ellis. The 0-1. 1-1. Ellis has been slumping of late. 23 hits in his last 119 at bats. Not good. Nubs that one foul. You know, the A's come in here and they have an opportunity. Yesterday, the Texas Rangers lost. And they need to pick up ground whenever they can. Punch the other way and a foul ball. John, how do you explain the month of August that Cliff Lee had?
You know, I was actually talking to Joe Girardi about that today. But he missed time at the beginning of the year. But his innings right now are through the roof. I mean, every time he goes out there is 8 or 9 innings. And you got to believe maybe the heat in Texas starting to take effect. Having a tough month. And they're a different ball club now when you start thinking that their #1 guy is struggling down the stretch.
Swing and a miss, and Ellis down on strikes. Stay tuned during the 6th inning for a message from our friends at the Fox Business Network.
A nice strikeout for A.J. Burnett right there. And interesting, he goes with a changeup to the right-hander. Not used to seeing that. You see Ellis gives a little look. It's usually fastball slurve to the right. He's a good changeup. Maybe gaining a little confidence in that pitch.
Well, that was a pitch he worked on a lot in spring training, but really hasn't used it that much. Here's Jeff Larish. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, a bit low.
You know, Michael, the fear is when you have a third or a fourth best pitch, you don't want to get beat on it because then you start second guessing yourself, and that's why that jumped out at me there. If he can have some success early with that changeup and gain confidence, could be a nice weapon.
Good fastball up in the zone. Larish swings through.
Do you get the feeling that AJ's kind of tired about, talking about his struggles lately? Some of the things you read in the paper, a little short with the media lately.
You know what? I think he just doesn't have any answers, John. So it maybe comes off that way. I mean, he gives you the time that you need, but if he had the answers, I don't think he'd be struggling like this. He's probably tired of saying the same thing.
You know, like Dave Island told me today, we work in the bullpen. Everything's fine.
Fine right there as Larish goes down on strikes. 4 strikeouts for AJ.
Yeah, and a nice rhythm now. He's got that slurve working down and in. Like Dave Island said, the work in the bullpen is fine. Everything's good. He's just got to take it out to the mound. And it looks like early on, 4 strikeouts. Everything looks pretty good.
Here's Rajai Davis. Popped up, shallow right, coming on Swisher, and that's an easy 1-2-3 inning for AJ Burnett, who has retired 5 in a row. And a 10-pitch inning as we go to the bottom of the second.
Welcome back. I see you brought some friends.
Well, it's a very special place. The kind you want to share with others.
We really are impressed with the hotel rooms.
And they're very hard to please.
Yes, I am.
The party's getting started.
At Mohegan Sun.
Everyone's invited.
Everyone who's fun.
Could you use some sun?
Mohegan Sun.
If you were Attorney General, or you, the only special interests you'd fight for would be ours. You'd let every Albany backroom and corporate boardroom know that the new seat of power is this living room, and this one too, because that's who you'd be looking out for, protecting working families, kids, and everyone who deserves a fair shake. Sean Coffey spent years fighting crime as a federal prosecutor and fought for thousands of investors devastated by Wall Street greed. So, vote for them, or vote for you.
What are we doing?
The Wave.
Oh, why?
This is what they do at games. And IOTV carries every HD game for all 9 New York sports teams. And it's baseball season.
I love baseball. Oh, touchdown!
Catch every HD game of all 9 New York sports teams. With incredible HD picture and sound, IOTV brings you the best HD experience free.
New Real Fruit smoothies from McCafe have taken center stage at McDonald's. Spun from real fruit in strawberry, banana, and wildberry. Experience the intense and spectacular burst of fruit starting at just $2.29. The simple joy of Real Fruit smoothies.
Time for this moment in Yankees history, brought to you by Johnny Walker. Tom Tresh hits a home run from both sides of the plate, and Mickey Mantle adds a pinch hit home run in a 5-4 win against the Orioles back in 1963. Demand greatness in every sip and every season. Johnny Walker, proud sponsor of the New York Yankees. There's Austin Kearns. He wants to snap out of a little slide he's in. He's 0 for his last 18. And that's on the heels of an 11-game hitting streak, and that's what this game is. It's frustrating. Ups and downs. Count 0-2.
A good swing there, and he got a fastball to hit and fouled it straight off. You know, talking to Kevin Long, the hitting instructor, about Derek Jeter, he said it's a combination. Fouling some pitches off he should hit. Also expanding the strike zone, swinging at some balls off the plate. And that's usually the difference between a hot streak and a slump.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Took something off that. Kearns goes down on strikes.
Well, it's a combination. Fastballs in at about 92, 93, and then you drop a little slider down and in. When he is right, when he is healthy, he's going to be a tough young pitcher.
Here's Curtis Granderson. Line drive, base hit over the lunge of Pennington. So Granderson with a single.
When Robinson Cano makes it look so easy going the other way against left-handers, but when Curtis Granderson does it, it really jumps out at you because he really didn't do this the first half. Staying on a fastball, driving it right over Pennington's head. One of those new adjustments Kevin Long put into place, paying off right there.
Entering tonight, Granderson a .233 hitter against lefties, .247 against righties. The 1-0. Popped up behind the plate and out of play.
Nunez getting a start tonight against a lefty, Ramiro Pena. The last couple of nights, first two games of the series, has started at third base.
Line drive again over the leaping try of Pennington. If he was a little bit taller, the inning would be over, but the Yankees have runners on first and second, one out.
Well, nice piece of hitting from Nunez, and it was a changeup, which you do not see very often from Anderson. Usually it's fastball slider. 10% of the times he'll throw a changeup, and a good one down and away. Nunez goes down, stays through it. Nice line drive over Pennington's head. A tough read for Curtis Granderson, as you see on Yesmo, just out of his reach. Curtis Granderson had to hold his ground and then advances to second.
So here's Francisco Cervelli, a .371 hitter with runners in scoring position. So hitting .253, but he has 32 runs batted in. And Suzuki wants to go out and talk with Anderson. Anderson's made 3 previous starts against the Yankees in his career, 0 for 2 with a 5.68. Yankees are hoping that Cervelli got back on track Sunday against the White Sox. He was 4 for 4. He came into that game 5 for his previous 46. Strike.
It's like Francisco wearing some new shoes or some white laces on there. I'm wondering if he wore them his last time out in Chicago when he went 4 for 4. Obviously, you have a game like that, you strap on the same shoes, get back after it.
Count 0-2. We have the same shoes on from last night's broadcast because it was so good.
It was a quality broadcast. I actually changed it up a little bit. Was not happy with my performance. It was kind of like a 1 for 4, you know, a 250. Okay.
Right. So you want a little something better.
I want to get a little bit better. We'll see if it pans out.
The 0-2 upstairs. The A's have been disappointed in their performance the first 2 games. I thought they'd show better than this. A couple of the A's people talking to before the game said, not that, you know, we're better than the Yankees, but, you know, we thought we'd show something. And they certainly have not done that as Cervelli down on strikes.
Well, the disappointing part has been the pitching, and then you start talking, well, was it the Yankees who beat up the pitching, or the pitching wasn't on top of his game? Kurt Young, the pitching coach, looking on. Brett Anderson looks like he's on top of his game. Has that good slider working early.
Now here's Jeter. Jeter singled up the middle in the first inning to break an 0 for 12 slide, hitting .268. And that one is chopped right side. And the ball is bobbled and Jeter safe. Here comes Granderson. He'll score. It's 2-0 Yankees. Stopping at second is Nunez. We'll see how they score that.
Well, this looked like it was going to be a problem right from the beginning, and Barton coming in and Anderson covering first base. As Derek Jeter gets a slider down and chops it to the right side. You see Barton coming in, flips across to Anderson, never gets it in his glove. Derek Jeter beats it out. Curtis Granderson, running on contact, actually froze coming around third base, then decided to come home. So freezes a little bit, and then all of a sudden decides I got a chance to head first into home. A little gip from the Oakland A's.
And they're going to give an error to Brett Anderson. So no RBI for Jeter, no hit for Jeter. And Kurt Young finishes his conference with Brett Anderson on the mound.
Saw a little bit of this early in the series when Ellis made an error at second base. The Yankees took advantage. A couple of unearned runs after that. Dangerous Nick Swisher with 2 outs.
You see it so many times in baseball. Teams that are not as good as the team they're playing, they have to play a clean game to have a chance. You saw it last night in the Met game. Luis Castillo booted a ball that would have been an inning-ending double play, and that opened the floodgates for the Braves. And you've got to make every out that you have a chance to make. Pitch inside.
Well, what you worry about, especially with a young pitcher like Anderson, is that mental letdown. Like, you know what, I made my pitch to Jeter, I got the weak ground ball, didn't finish up the play. Now you got to get back on the mound first and second, 2 outs with a guy who's having a big year in Nick Swisher.
Count 2-0. Swisher with 10 RBIs over his last 5 games. He has 80 in all. And now he has runners on first and second with 2 outs. Yankees lead 2-0, building a small picket fence, 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Runner goes, and Nunez steals third without a throw. Jeter did not go for first.
Well, if you're a base runner, 2 outs, and you're at second base already in scoring position, if you're going to steal third, you better make sure. And obviously Nunez, no throw from Suzuki. Got a great jump. See if Nick Swisher gets the green light. 3-0. He got it last night and hit his 25th home run.
And he takes ball 4. And that's not a good walk. He's now yet to face Mark Teixeira. See some of the infield dirt on the left arm and back of Anderson as he tumbled on that play at first base. Anderson's going to work from the full windup now against Teixeira, who had an RBI double in the first. And there's a strike.
I was interested to see how Anderson was going to go about pitching to Mark Teixeira here. I mean, he pretty much hit his best fastball inside to left center field in the first inning for a double. I want to stay away from that zone.
Count 1-1. Month of August, 289, 9 homers and 21 runs batted in. So now he starts a new slate September 1st. Rosters expand today, and you head toward the home stretch. Now, since August 1st, Teixeira has 29 hits, 13 singles, and 16 extra base hits. Count 1-2 now. Anderson works from the third base side of the rubber with a full windup. Grounded to third and past Kuzminov into left field. Nunez scores, Jeter scores. It's a 2-run single for Teixeira, and the Yankees lead 4-0.
And again, the Yankees make the A's pay for a mistake, an error by Anderson, the pitcher. That ball took a bad hop. It looked like Kuzminov had a good read on it going to his left, and then all of a sudden it's out of his reach. Kind of a strange ground ball, but get a good look here. Does it go to its left? A little bit. A little bad hop. Off the bat, I thought there was pretty much a routine ground ball, but Mark Teixeira will take it, and the Yankees make the A's pay again for an error.
98 ribbies now for Mark Teixeira. Now all of these runs are unearned, but they're on the scoreboard. That's all that matters for the Yankees. Here's Cano. Strike to Cano. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning.
That's a tough base hit and a couple RBIs. If you're the A's right there, you've been beat up the last 2 nights. Now you're down 4-0 in the second inning. Robinson, Cano up there, and you know your offense doesn't score a lot of runs.
Right in the kitchen of Cano. And in self-defense, he grounds it back to Anderson for the final out. But the Yankees scored 3 runs and 1 big error. Andy Pettitte threw today, and Alex Rodriguez did some hitting. Our Kimberly Jones has all the latest news on both of them and more in just a moment.
Everything I've done, I've had good cause to do. But I've never jeopardized an operation in my life.
Roger Ebert raves. The American is gripping. 4 stars, a labyrinth of seductions,
Perhaps you do not have a woman in your life.
secrets, and suspense.
Someone tracked me down.
It's some of the best work George Clooney has ever done.
And what side are you on?
The American. Rated R, now playing.
Pepsi Max, please. Good song. Great song.
So, Pepsi Max has 0 calories, huh?
Yep.
How many calories?
0.
0?
0.
What are you doing?
YouTube.
Oh.
Pepsi Max. 0 calories. Maximum Pepsi taste.
If you were a candy man with eyes made of gumdrops, a heart filled with marzipan, then I'd tell you so soft that I wouldn't share, 'cause no one can have you but me. You're so sweet, you're so sweet.
Sweet Million is sweeter than sweet, just sweet. Sweet Million from the New York Lottery. Your best chance to win $1 million for $1.
Every cigarette is doing you damage. This is part of an aorta, the main artery from the heart. Smoking makes artery walls sticky and collect dangerous fatty deposits. This much was found stuck to the aortal wall of a smoker aged 32. Every cigarette is doing you damage. For help quitting, including free nicotine patches, call 1-866-NY-QUITS.
4-0 Yankees as we go to the top of the third inning. So much news in Yankee land, and who better to give us that news than our very own Kimberly Jones? And there she is. Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Andy Pettitte threw in the bullpen today. Tell me what went on.
Yes, well, here were Andy's words. Another good day. Here was Dave Island's. Excellent. Why? Because Andy threw 55 pitches, 30 pitches, then sat down for 5 minutes by design, then threw 25 more. Andy said he felt terrific. He said it was a good sign that he was able to sit down and get back on the mound. He said he essentially simulated an inning. Now, what is next for Andy? Well, they will see how he feels tomorrow, Michael. He indicated to us that on Monday he was still a little tender following Sunday's bullpen. He said it wouldn't surprise him if he still feels it a little bit tomorrow. And the Yankees will continue to be cautious, he said. But the next step should be that he will face live hitters, either by throwing batting practice. He said ideally if he throws BP, he'd like to sit down and get back up, or perhaps a simulated game. No timetable on that yet. We won't know anything more until tomorrow, except that it was a very good day for Andy. And he also said that he continues to wonder about his stamina and about his control. He said there's no doubt he will need a rehab start before he rejoins the rotation.
All right, how about Alex Rodriguez?
Alex says the calf feels good. He has run twice this week, 40 yards, 8 times at 50%. Got it? It's a lot of running. He says the calf feels good, but he emphasized he has yet to test it at 100% yet. Alex eligible to come off the DL Sunday. He said if he still feels like he needs a few days, he will be cautious. He did take BP today, though. He was in the Golson Moeller group, so he was with a couple of the call-ups, and Alex was hitting bombs, so his swing looks good.
Golson Moeller, that's my law firm, John. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now, how about Javi Vasquez? He's back in the rotation.
He is. 2 fine relief outings, a total of 9 innings, 2 earned runs, and 8 strikeouts for Javi. He's back. He will start on Saturday in Dustin Mosley's place. And as things have been going, Joe Girardi said, well, this isn't necessarily permanent. I told Dustin we might need you again, and this is what we're doing right now. But Javi very happy about it. And as we talked Monday after he completed that game, Michael, finishing up for Mosley, his teammates feel very good for Javi, too.
Well, right now, A.J. Burnett is pitching well, and he pops up Derek Barton. It's going to be right near Kim Jones.
Watch out, Kim.
And Nunez makes the play, and A.J. has a 6-pitch inning, and he robs us of more Kim time. But we'll hear from Kim on the postgame show. Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.
All right, so the Yankees retire the A's in order. Let's see how Kim Jones reacts to the foul ball. Very cool, very collected. We go to the bottom of the third.
The 2009 New York Yankees are world champions.
Yankees fans, get the inside scoop on everything Yankees by subscribing to Yankees Magazine. For just $49.99, you'll receive 8 issues of exclusive articles, interviews, and photos you won't find anywhere else. To subscribe to Yankees Magazine or to purchase other Yankees publications products, call 1-800-GO-YANKS or log on to Yankees.com today.
Like summer, it's here, but not forever. The Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2010 HS250H for $319 a month for 36 months with 40/18 due at signing. See your Lexus dealer.
Weekends. Judge Napolitano is on the case, policing big government, exposing bureaucrats, safeguarding your rights.
The Constitution was written to limit the government. When politicians cross that line, I'll be there.
The judge is taking the toughest issues head on. Exclusive interviews, hard-hitting investigations. The one show delivering a message straight to DC's power players.
From Capitol happenings to Supreme Court surprises, we're in the middle of it all.
Freedom Watch with Judge Napolitano on Fox Business.
Pure liberty. No excuses.
I say, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back from around the way. Seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. But I know one thing, that I love you. I say, hey, I'll be gone today, but I'll be back from around the way.
Like summer, it's here, but not forever. The Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2010 ES350 for $379 a month for 36 months with 40/78 due at signing. See your Lexus dealer.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. All Yankees 4-0. And Marcus Timms leads off against Brett Anderson. And there's a strike. Popped up. Sky high fly. Pennington is there for the first out. Yankees had a couple of call-ups today. It's September 1st, and you can expand your roster up to 40 men. And the Yankees called up Jonathan Albaladeo, who was lights out as the closer at AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre, Greg Golson, and Chad Moeller, so they have a third catcher. Lance Berkman was put back on the active roster. Obviously, they're waiting on Alex Rodriguez. Those are the numbers for those 3 gentlemen at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, and Alfredo Aceves is just not ready yet. That's why he's not up. The Yankees might call people up later as Scranton Wilkes-Barre and Trenton AA finish their season, but you know, when you're going for it, you have a winning team, you don't want to crowd the clubhouse or the dugouts either.
Well, and those 3 guys that we just showed right there, they fill a need on this club, and there's Berkman looking on. He's active and ready to go. Golson can pinch run. Chad Moeller, a very experienced veteran backstop, third catcher now, and Albaladeo, you mentioned, what a year he had. AAA. There's Chad Moeller. I was thinking about Albaladeo today, Michael, how many innings he'll get in that bullpen. I mean, I think about a month and a half ago he would have got some quality innings. Now the Yankee bullpen is locked and loaded out there. Might be tough for him to get some appearances.
It's so odd seeing the numbers that he put up in AAA, which were just really off the charts great. He was the best relief pitcher in the International League. And when he pitches up here, he struggles. And you just wonder, is he one of those quadruple A guys? Is he too good for AAA and not quite up to snuff here? Or maybe he's going to find it now. Grounded and through for a base hit. That breaks an 0 for 19 stretch for Austin Kearns. Let's look at the upcoming schedule brought to you by Acela Express. Enjoy the journey. Now, please note the next 5 games so you don't miss it if you want to watch here on Yes. All of the next 5 games at 1:05. So one more game against Oakland, then Toronto, 3 day games. Then Baltimore comes to town, and 2 of the 3 games are at 1:05. Now, our coverage on Yes tomorrow will begin at 12:30. So please, John, you know tomorrow's game's at 1:05.
It's a little day game after a night game. Get some sleep. Can you go a day after a night?
We're going to see, right?
Michael, you talked about Albaladejo, 43 saves, AAA, a 1.42 ERA. You got to imagine, I mean, the confidence level, and we talked about A.J. Burnett, who's an experienced veteran pitcher at the big leagues. It's all about confidence. You got to believe Albaladejo coming up here feeling good about himself.
And now Granderson feeling good about himself. 2 straight hits against the left-hander.
Really good signs for Curtis Granderson. Hitting the ball the other way the first game of the series, deep. Base hit the other way his first at bat, and then gets a slider down and away. And not his perfect A swing, but enough where he can stay through it, keep the bat head in the strike zone for a long time. Picks up another base hit.
One more stat about Albaladejo, John, that jumps out at you. He pitched 63 in the 3rd innings, 82 strikeouts, and 18 walks. Here's Eduardo Nunez. 1-0. Nunez spent most of his season with Trent Wilkes-Barre. Voted best arm by Baseball America and best shortstop by Baseball America. And that's kind of become the Bible of this sport.
I kind of smiled when you mentioned Baseball America, because when you're a kid coming up through the minor leagues, you read that publication, you want to see if your name is going to show up there and if you get voted in one of those leagues.
Off the glove of Anderson, it's a 1-6-3 double play. Oh, so he stops it and slows it down, and also stops John Flaherty's story dead straight in the middle. We will find out what John thinks about Baseball America when we come back in the 4th. Yankees lead 4-0.
When you're strong-willed, you do it your own way. When you're uncompromising, second best never crosses your mind. That's why we brew Coors Banquet with only Rocky Mountain water and the best high country barley. Because when you're set in your ways, you stay true to yourself. If you can drink to that, we got a beer with your name on it. Coors, the banquet beer.
There's a hornet's nest in my ear.
Movie? Call, pack, kick back. That's all it takes to move your DirecTV. One call before moving, pack your receiver, and we do the rest. Just call, pack, kick back, and get 5 months of our best TV package for free, including all our premium movie channels, and ask about our exclusive NFL Sunday ticket offer. So make your move easy. Call DirecTV.
Diabetes scared me to death. There's so much to learn. I just shut down. But Liberty walked me through it all. Like when I test at night or after I eat. Makes a big difference.
When it comes to your diabetes supplies, quality and reliability are important. That's why Liberty offers the Accucheck Aviva meter. And it's the only meter and strip combination manufactured in the USA. If you're over 65, have diabetes, and are on Medicare, call now and we'll send you a free meter. It offers alternate site testing, so you can test on your arm, No more pricking your fingers, so it's less painful.
It makes a big difference.
And to make it even less painful, the cost of your diabetes testing supplies may be covered by Medicare. Join over 1 million others who have chosen Liberty Medical. Call now and receive a free AccuCheck Aviva meter. Plus, for a limited time, get a free cookbook when you join.
Call 1-800-273-9135. 1-800-273-9135.
Held the A's to just 1 hit over the first 3 innings. And Kurt Suzuki will lead it off. Burnett deals outside. All right, John, you have to finish the Baseball America story.
Well, I mean, in the minor leagues, it's a big deal when you read this magazine and you see where your skills relate as far as where they think you are. And Nunez, obviously, what was he, the best arm?
Best arm, yeah. Base hit to right field. Suzuki rounds first. He's going to second. And the throw is not in time. So that's just, is the story done? Is that it?
That's it. I mean,
you
know, I actually made that list one time, but I'm not going to brag about it.
Tell me, what'd you make it?
What did you think it was?
Best defensive catcher.
See, well, you're brilliant. You remembered all the way back to those years.
Absolutely. Now let's take a look at the GE Capital partner play. Great partnerships are built on trust at GE Capital. We prove that every day.
Off of Anderson to Pennington, over to Barton.
Nice partnership.
3 partners on that play.
Yeah.
Usually we don't get that.
Now I want to know, do you have that Baseball America somewhere in the house?
Not.
Why not?
Of course not.
That would be a thrill. Best defensive catcher in the minors?
In the minors?
So what?
In the minors. That's like saying I made my Little League All-Star team.
So I shouldn't tell you that.
You didn't make an All-Star team. There's no way.
The 0-1. You know what? I'm going to get Baseball America to send me that copy.
Wow, it's going to have to go way back.
But let's be honest. If I get you that copy, that would mean something to you to show your kids, right?
It would. But, you know, the funny thing is I actually smiled when you mentioned Baseball America, because when you make it to the big leagues, you don't even pay attention to that magazine. But when you're in the minor leagues, it's like all you read and how you stack up in the system. But I also have to think now it's different for a minor leaguer coming through, because you have the internet, you have so much more information on where you stand with an organization. Back when I came through, Baseball America was the only magazine that covered the minor leagues. College.
One and 2 on Jack Cust. And he swings and misses. Second time he strikes out. Hey, it's time for the New York State Smokers Quit Line Quiz. The Yankees have clinched their 18th straight winning season. Who are the only other 2 teams in Major League Baseball history to have accomplished this feat? That's an amazing stat. 18 straight seasons over 500. And when you consider that only 2 other teams in the history of the game have done that, pretty good. Pitch outside to Kevin Kuzminoff. Now, Joe Girardi was asked today whether AJ is pitching to stay in the rotation. And this is the Yankee manager's quote: "That's not a thought in my mind." I don't think it could be a thought in his mind. You need AJ Burnett to be AJ Burnett. And he's not going to become that if you take him out of the rotation. This guy won big games for this franchise, Joe mentioned, and you know, who can forget what he did in Game 2? That was a big win in the World Series.
The first thing I think of is Javi Vasquez getting demoted to the bullpen, and the reason for that, he was throwing 84, 85. I mean, dead arm, whatever it was, his stuff was not there, and he got it straightened out. Now he's back in the rotation. And mentioned earlier, that's not the problem with AJ.
High fly ball, deep right. Swisher back on the track at the wall. See ya. An opposite field home run for Kuzminoff. That got out there. And the A's are on the board. Yankees lead 4-2.
Well, you can see the frustration on the face of AJ Burnett, not necessarily Joe Girardi. And Kuzminoff, when he hit this ball, I didn't think it was going to go this far. It's a good extension out over the plate. Gets underneath it, and obviously the ball had a little carry on it, gets out of here. I think AJ a little surprised that ball ended up where it did.
Here's Mark Ellis. Fouls it away.
Now, if you're AJ Burnett, you got to regroup a little bit. That first fastball had some anger behind it to Ellis. Not happy with that home run. Things have been going smooth here through the first 3 innings. To get back on track. You think that ball was going out, Michael?
No, it carried much farther than I thought. And looking at the flags, I don't think it was atmospheric. It doesn't see much wind.
And it's not a wall scraper either. I mean, that's a good 5, 6, 7 rows back. You wonder with that swing with Kuzminoff got underneath it, maybe some 4-seam carry. Remember Bobby Alejo, right? Used to be the strength guy. He's the strength guy with the A's now. Says Kuzminoff, the strongest guy in the club, and obviously showing it there. Baseball America never rated me as the strongest guy in the club, by the way.
You know, there is an in-house magazine with Yes, and we rate you the strongest guy in the booth.
Wow, that can't be right, though. Paul O'Neill. As you see the swing, you know, I don't even know if Kuzminoff thought it was gone. I mean, he made solid contact, backed it up a little bit. Sometimes you hit a ball and you get a little 4-seam backspin and it carries out of here. An impressive home run. O'Neill's got to get that title, right?
I'm not sure. 2-2. He didn't dominate P90X like you.
He dominated for 90 days.
That's what I heard.
And then basically took the rest of the summer off and gave it all back.
Well, you know what? If you play for a tie, you feel good about that.
But I don't play for a tie. I was trying to get ahead. Back at it now, though.
Grounded up the middle, and Mark Ellis has picked himself up a hit. So AJ coasting over the first 3 and runs into trouble here in the 4th.
Yeah, but this is a big part of the ball game for AJ now, and Dave Island's going to have a talk. You can start to see some frustration maybe on AJ's body language.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
Sure, that was a conversation to pump up AJ right there from Dave Island. You still got good stuff. He made a good pitch to Ellis, and he just slapped it right back up the middle. Don't change a thing.
There's Jeff Larish. Let's see if this turns into a double play. There's one. There's two. Nice pivot by Jeter to turn 2 on Larish. So AJ got just what he needed. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. And because of this DP 4-6-3, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 4th.
The 2009 New York Yankees are world champions.
Yankees fans become part of the winning team by joining the New York Yankees Fan Club. For just $40, you'll receive an official membership card, a World Championship nylon banner, a World Championship coin, a New York Yankees cap, special ticket discounts, and other exclusive fan club items. To join, call 1-800-GO-YANKS or log on to Yankees.com today.
Like summer, it's here, but not forever. The Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Lease the 2010 RX 350 for $449 a month for 36 months with $41.48 due at signing. See your Lexus dealer.
Every day it's getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, hey. Every day it's getting faster.
AT&T and BlackBerry have teamed up to evolve the smartphone. Business meet fun. Fun, business. AT&T. Rethink possible.
How do you top the achievements of the past? The only postseason perfect game ever to be pitched. The 3 home runs blasted on one October night. And that 27th championship in the new house. It might not be easy, but in the Bronx, history tends to repeat itself. Demand greatness in every sip and every season. Johnny Walker, proud sponsor of the New York Yankees.
Like summer, it's here, but not forever. The Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2010 HS250H for $319 a month for 36 months with $40.18 due at signing. See your Lexus dealer.
Time for the answer to the New York State Smokers Quit Line quiz. The Yankees have clinched their 18th straight winning season. Who are the only other 2 teams in big league history to have accomplished this feat? The answer is the Orioles, 68-85. The Yankees, 26-64. Wow. Then they kind of hit some hard times in 65, 66, 67. But it's been all Hale and Hardy since 1994. Cervelli serves that one to right field. They had him play beautifully. Rajai Davis makes the play. So Cervelli is 0 for 2. And that's going to bring up Derek Jeter. Oh, you got to watch this, John. John McEnroe premieres on Tuesday, center stage.
Did you get him fired up?
He was fired up out of the cannon.
Really?
Let me tell you, he was great. So you'll like to hear Johnny Mac. It's interesting things to say.
He's not afraid to say it either, right?
No, and you know what? I hardly had to talk throughout the whole show, which is always good.
It was hard for you.
No, I like to listen to people. Here's Jeter. There's a strike. Count 1-1. Jeter single up the middle in the first, scored a run. Reached on an E1 in the second and came around and scored a run.
And Michael, I mentioned I talked to Kevin Long before the game about Derek Jeter and his recent struggles. And it was interesting. Kevin said he's not one of those guys that mechanically you take into the cage and you change things. He said he's such a feel hitter, a competitive hitter.
Grounded to third. And Derek's out.
And by that I mean he just steps into the batter's box and says, I'm going to find a way to beat you. I'm going to find a way to get a hit. And the only thing Kevin wants him to do is swing at strikes. He said if he swings at strikes, doesn't expand the strike zone, he's going to be fine and have a nice month of September.
When you say he's a field hitter, does that mean he doesn't pay attention to mechanics, or his mechanics don't really stray that much?
Yeah, there are hitters, and I was a type of hitter. I would get in the box and think about where my hands were and where my feet were and the timing of moving. Everything was going through my head. And Derek, all he thinks about is seeing the ball and hitting it. And I think that's where Kevin, he doesn't feel the need to change anything. He doesn't feel the need to move his hands forward and move them back. He just wants to get him back in the strike zone. And he said once he does that, he is going to be fine. I don't think I've ever heard Derek Jeter talk about mechanics of hitting at all.
Never.
It's just grab a bat, get in there, see the ball, and I'm going to beat you.
And other guys you'll talk to, you know, my weight shift is wrong. Yeah. I'm not bound. My back. I mean, they'll try to explain it, but Derek never. He doesn't even want to engage you in that. The 0-2. And then you talked on Monday about Wade Boggs. As a media member, talking hitting with Wade Boggs, you'd glaze over because he knew so much more than you, and he really thought hitting.
Well, he would talk about bat angles and U's through the zone instead of V's and all these crazy things. And, you know, I just think back to the years playing with Derek, and you'd go over a scouting report. He didn't even want to hear that. He wanted to know velocity. How hard is he throwing? And the rest will fall into place from there.
Grounded to second. And Ellis retires Swisher in a 1-2-3 inning for Brett Anderson. We played 4 here at the stadium. Yankees are leading this one 4-2 on yes.
They created her, tried to stop her, and left her for dead.
Why am I not surprised?
On September 10th, Alice is back in 3D. Resident Evil Afterlife, rated R, in Real 3D IMAX 3D.
Good news, sir. I just got an email from the office, and word is people really love our claim service, especially the Auto Repair Express. Repairs are fast and are guaranteed for as long as you own your car.
Hey, that's great. Is this your phone?
Yeah, of course.
But where do you put... I mean, how do you carry...
Here you go.
Thanks.
No, I got it, sir.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Get up, get moving.
Subway has breakfast.
And it's a slam dunk.
I like my breakfast sandwich with green peppers, onion, banana peppers, and mustard. I like eggs with Black Forest ham on wheat.
With everything.
I like a little kick. That's a good call.
I like mine with egg whites.
And?
A napkin.
Have you built your better breakfast? Now's the time. Try our better for you Western Egg White Muffin Melt or the delicious double bacon, egg, and cheese on toasty flatbread.
Subway, build your better breakfast.
Audi retains its value better than any other German luxury brand. Experience the summer of Audi by September 6th and get over 130 channels of Sirius satellite radio for 3 months at no charge.
Hi, everyone. Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. David Price of the Rays went into his start against the Jays tonight, 5-0 in his career against them. But that's John Buck. It's been a long time since he homered. First homer for Buck since July 22nd. But that puts the Jays up 1-0, bottom of the 5th, as they try to defeat David Price. Now back to the Bronx.
Thank you, Bob. We'll hear from Bob a little bit later. Then on the postgame with Kim, we go to the 5th inning. It's 4-2 Yankees, and Rajay Davis leads off. And there's a strike. On the Kia scoreboard, it's 4-7-0 Yankees and 2-4-1 for the A's. That one is driven deep to left center field, giving Chase Granderson he's not going to get there, and there's going to be one hop over the wall into the bullpen, and it is a double for Rajay Davis.
I don't know if Davis would have gotten to third base. I mean, he runs extremely well, and the Yankees might have caught a break right there. That ball bouncing into the A's bullpen. Davis ends up at second base with a ground rule double. I'm sure he was thinking triple out of the box. Take a look at a fastball in. Good turnaround first. Sees the ball in front of him. Now he's going to break it down as it goes over the wall. Could have been thinking about a triple right there.
How much fun it must be to run like that.
You know how much fun it must be to get out of the box. You're thinking triple right away. To make it happen, kind of like Jorge Posada last night.
There's Pennington. I was most shocked by Tino having all those triples.
It shocked me. I mean, he kind of jumped me when what did I guess?
21 triples.
And I guessed 10.
Yeah. And Jorge had 10 and you had 3.
When you hit doubles and home runs, you don't concern yourself with triples. I figured if I'm going to lead the league in doubles, I'm not going to hit triples.
Yeah, you want to slow down.
Just pull up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Break it down.
And it's not as if you hit a ball over the wall, you could stop it there.
You wouldn't want to.
No.
But I remember 2 of the 3 triples, and both were the identical play with the same center fielder. Jim Edmonds going back, trying to make a great play. It was off the wall, bounced back towards center field, and
That one is drilled down the right field line. It is a foul ball. Not much room in foul territory, but C.B. Buckner was right on the call.
See if A.J. Burnett can take advantage of a break right here. 2-0 fastball down the middle. Pennington just a little bit too quick. Had a little hook on that. A.J. catches a break. Couple of hard hit balls here in the 5th. He's thrown a couple of good changeups already in this ball game. Davis and Pennington some good swings on the fastball.
The 2-1. There's a strike. .59 pitches, 37 strikes, 22 out of the zone. Pennington flied out to center. That was in the 3rd inning, so this is his 2nd at bat. He has something in his eye. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Said Doug Eddings at 3rd. So Pennington down on strikes.
Nice job of rebounding for A.J. Burnett right there. 2-0 fastball gets drilled foul, and then he comes back with a slider. 2 in a row. Yes, Mo, you see the good finish. Down and away. Pennington swinging right over the top. A little check swing. Big first out here in the 5th.
Now back to the top of the lineup, and Coco Crisp, who was 0 for 2 against A.J. Count 0-1.
Davis on second base. He has 39 steals for the year, so A.J. Burnett has to pay some attention. Nobody out. He was not thinking about stealing 3rd. You wonder here with 1 out if he's going to try to get himself to 3rd base. Sacrifice fly or ground ball would score him.
Runner goes. Go to 3rd. Not in time. Nunez did not hold on to the ball, so a stolen base for Davis. And that's his 40th stolen base of the year.
Didn't think he had a great jump, but a tough pitch for Cervelli to handle. Nice job by Nunez just to make sure he keeps this ball in front. Cervelli throwing from his knees, the 1-hop throw. If you're Nunez, you want to apply the tag, but the most important thing, keep it in front. Did a nice job of that.
Fouled away. AJ's allowed the most stolen bases in the American League, 34. Ahead of Fausto Carmona and Irvin Santana. And Carl Pavano's having a very good year, has allowed 29. They have 34 of 39 off AJ. Rajai Davis is at 3rd. 1 man out. 1-2 count on Crisp. Crisp given name is Covelli. His grandmother started calling him Co for short. And you see Rajai Davis with 40 stolen bases. Crisp has 22. And then his buddies and his family started calling him Coco, and that stuck. The 2-2. That's going to get a run in. A ground ball to Cano. The out is made. RBI to Crisp, and it's 4-3. The Yankees over the A's.
They give Davis credit there for that stolen base, number 40, getting to third base. Coco Crisp, all you had to do was put the ball in play. Now all of a sudden we have a 4-3 game. The Yankees were leading 4-0 after 2.
Here's Derek Barton. Former first-round draft pick of the Cardinals. And that was in 2003 out of Marina High School in California. And he signed a contract with them for just under $1 million bonus, $975. Then he came to the A's in the deal that sent Mark Mulder to the Cardinals. And the A's got Barton, Danny Herron, and Kiki Calero. Barton walked in the first, his 89th walk of the year. Leads the American League. And the 2-0. Fastball strike, 2-1. Count 3-1. This was in 04, the trade that it's a pretty good trade for the A's. They got 3 pretty good players, and they've since moved on, 2 of them. But you see Mulder, who's certainly been derailed by injuries. The 3-1. 3-2. A little something extra on that fastball. Jacked it up to 94.
Yes, Suzuki on deck, who has a couple of hits against AJ. A good fastball down, a little light through the zone.
And the pitch. Fouled it away.
Like AJ's attitude right there. Same pitch, saying, here you go. Let's see how far you can hit it. My best fastball against your best swing. See, Barton was late.
The 3-2. Another fastball, still 3-2.
It's one of those luxuries pitching against this lineup. I mean, Barton has 8 home runs for a first baseman, pretty much playing every day. You can challenge in some fastball counts. Force him to hit the ball the other way to the big part of the ballpark.
(3-2). Driven the other way, giving Chase Kearns into the corner. Just missed the foul pole. A foul ball. Barton thought it was a home run. He's already at second. Now he has to make sure he doesn't cross the mound because his teammate Dallas Braden will be upset.
Stayed clear of it, and like I said, AJ trying to force him to hit the ball the other way, and he does. And just misses a home run.
That was really close.
Don't expect Barton to have that type of power going the other way. Now you wonder if AJ changes the game plan up a little bit, about 4 or 5 fastballs in a row. Maybe changeup, maybe curveball.
Here's a 3-2. He goes with the breaking ball, and he works a walk, his 90th of the year. So a 4-0 lead is turned into a 4-3 lead, and a runner on first base with Suzuki, who's 2 for 2 against AJ.
Suzuki has gotten a couple of fastballs from AJ. Single, left field, double. I believe AJ's going to change it up a little bit here. First pitch, curveball or slider.
Grounded foul.
I like the body language a little bit better, though, Michael. You know, you can see AJ kind of getting into it, competing a little bit more aggressive than we've seen. Body language just looks a little bit better. Mitre stirring in the Yankee bullpen.
Cervelli checks the Yankee dugout. One and one. Popped up. Shallow left. Jeter drifts back. Kearns comes in. Kearns with the call on the catch for the final out of the fifth. One run, one hit, and then one left. We're halfway through. 4-3 Yanks.
Did you know that the Kia Sorento has class-leading V6 horsepower? Did you know the Sorento is a top safety pick? Did you know it comes with advanced technology? And do you know which competitor offers all of this, plus third-row seating? The CR-V or the Equinox? Answer is neither. The Kia Sorento. The more you know, the better it gets. And right now, we're offering 0% APR financing.
It says turn right. It says you like soft rock.
It says you like cool jams.
I do like cool jams.
It says you're not real. Sorry.
It says Mackenzie Allard got that exact same dress.
It says it's the second switch. Huh?
AT&T feels everyone should have access on the go, so we're making mobile broadband more affordable. Introducing new smartphone data plans starting at only $15. AT&T, rethink possible.
At GE Capital, we're out there every day with clients like JetBlue, financing their fleet, sharing our expertise, and working with people who are changing the face of business in America. After 25 years in the aviation business, I kind of feel like if you're not having fun at what you do, then you've got the wrong job.
My landing was better than yours.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Was not.
Yes, it was. What do you think? Take one of the big ones out?
Nah.
It's a Thursday matinee at the stadium as the Yankees and A's finish up the final of four. Tomorrow, it's East versus West as the Bombers look to send Oakland off in typical Yankees fashion.
And the Yankees win!
A's, Yankees. Pre-game coverage starts tomorrow at 12:30.
Only on Yes.
NYY Steak is a great place to host your next corporate event, cocktail party, birthday party, and much more. For more information on how to book your next private event at NYY Steak, please visit or contact Mary Gerges at 646-977-8041, or you can log on to nyysteak.com. Kia Motors scoreboard, 4-3, Yankees over the A's. It'll be 3-4-5 in the Yankee order against Brett Anderson, who has settled down over his last two innings. Gave up a run in the first and 3 in the third, or 3 in the second, thanks to an error by him. Unearned. Pitch inside to Teixeira.
Look at Mark Teixeira's batting average now at 267 after a 2-for-2 already, a double, a single, and 3 RBIs. Be incredible if he gets to his career numbers at the end of September after the way he started.
He's already getting there power numbers wise. We wonder, will he get up to 290? He'd really have to have a torrid September. There's a strike. One thing that you noticed about Teixeira when he struggled in April and May, it didn't seem like he stressed out about it. He was certain that he was going to turn it around, that it wasn't going to be a bad year. Grounded up the middle, grabbed there by Pennington. He knocks it down, can't get a handle. That'll be a base hit for Teixeira. He's 3 for 3. Let's take a look at tomorrow's starting pitchers, brought to you by Fios TV, Internet, and Phone. It's time for Fios. Dallas Braden, he had the perfect game. He had the get off my mound, 9-9, 3.28. And CC Sabathia, 18-5, 3.14. It's a day game tomorrow, so we come on the air at 12:30 with the pregame. And 1:08 will be the first pitch in the game. CC trying to become the major's first 19-game winner and solidify his credentials for a possible second Cy Young award. With that single, Tex is now 8 for his last 9.
Well, he doesn't even have to hit a ball hard now. I mean, that was a routine ground ball, but perfectly placed up the middle, out of the way of Pennington. 3 for 3, batting average getting close to 270 now.
Cano wraps one into right center field. Rajay Davis got a good jump, runs it down for the first out. So Cano is now 0 for 3 tonight. Toronto and Tampa Bay are tied at 1, and the Orioles lead Boston 5-2. Boy, Baltimore's turning out to be a fly in the ointment for some teams.
Obviously a lot better with Buck Showalter now. Going to be a tough team to face down the stretch, but the Blue Jays too, Mike. Only a lot of power, good young pitching. Was Boston 8 games out coming into today? I mean, can you officially say that it's probably over?
No, they still have enough games with the Rays and the Yankees that they have a shot. I don't think it's a good shot. I felt it was over, John, when they lost Pedroia, because I think he's the heart and soul of the team. When he came
for the
back
second time,
and they said, you know, that's it, he's still hurt. I thought that really set him back.
Yeah, you know what the big thing for me is Beckett. I think he's got 4 wins at this point starting in September, and he's not the Beckett that the Yankee fans would remember, or the Red Sox fans were looking for. You see 8 games back. Red Sox.
You know, you mentioned the Blue Jays. Well, they've been pretty decent all year. The thing that shocks me about the Orioles, they were dreadful. I mean, they were historically bad. And since Showalter took over, they're 5 games over 500. I think they're 18-13. I mean, that's incredible when they were 40 games under when he took over, and there's no personnel change other than him. Beckett, by the way, 4-4, 6.21. Now remember, they signed him right at the beginning of the year, that long-term contract, and he has really, really struggled. Been on the DL. The numbers aren't very good. Dribbled slowly back to the mound. Anderson will take the out at first as Teixeira moves to second. Red Sox were asked today about the chances of making the playoffs, and Beckett said, you know, I'd rather go to the playoffs, but I also don't mind playing spoiler. And right now, the likelihood of them playing spoiler is probably greater than going to the playoffs. Although you can't count them out because they do have history on their side, and they're a tough-minded team with a lot of guys that have won.
Well, you're right. It almost sounds like once you say they're done, they're going to go through a little run and get right back into it.
Kearns fouls it away.
Beckett's numbers, though, 4-4 with a 6.2. A lot of the reports up in Boston, the velocity is down. He's kind of going through that transition. I can't pitch at 95, 96 anymore. I have 92, 93, and he just hasn't figured out how to win with that. I've seen a lot of pitchers go through that transition. Javi Vasquez, velocity down a little bit.
I would think the transition for Beckett would be tougher than it is even for Javi, because he relied a lot on velocity.
Yep. High fastballs and that curveball that'll get you to swing at when you can speed your bat up with the fastball.
And you wonder, John, that if they had a do-over, and that clipped Kearns on the way by, if they had a do-over, would they sign him to that deal that they signed him to?
Take a look here with Kearns. Fastball in, just clipped his back shin, it looked like. So hard being a general manager, huh, Michael, when you got to make decisions like that? You have to look forward and project what a player is going to be a few years down the road.
Here's Granderson. Hot shot to second. Ellis is there, and that's going to do it. We've played 5 at the stadium. Yankees lead 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 2. Let's go to the 6th.
I did my research. That's why I'm buying a Toyota. But I want the best deal possible. So I'm looking for just the right time to buy.
Honey, I think now's the time.
It's Toyota's Now's the Time sales event. Lease a 2011 Camry for just $179 a month. And through September 7th only, Toyota will match your down payment up to $1,000. Hurry in, because
diabetes scared me to death. There's so much to learn. I just shut down. But Liberty walked me through it all. Like when I test at night or after I eat. Makes a big difference.
When it comes to your diabetes supplies, quality and reliability are important. That's why Liberty offers the Accu-Check Aviva meter. And it's the only meter and strip combination manufactured in the USA. If you're over 65, have diabetes, and are on Medicare, call now and we'll send you a free meter. It offers alternate site testing, so you can test on your arm. No more pricking your fingers, so it's less painful.
It makes a big difference.
And to make it even less painful, the cost of your diabetes testing supplies may be covered by Medicare. Join over 1 million others who have chosen Liberty Medical. Call now and receive a free Accu-Check Aviva meter. Plus, for a limited time, get a free cookbook when you join.
Call 1-800-273-9135. 1-800-273-9135.
Hello, we're Ocean Spray growers up here in Maine at Cousin Everett's Blueberry Farm to talk about our blueberry juice drinks.
They're made with my sweet ripe blueberries, packed with those antioxidants that are good for you. Tastes real good, too.
To give you an idea, let's whip up a quick sample.
Or you could just try this.
Yeah.
Ocean Spray Blueberry Juice Drinks. Real blueberries, real good.
Yes.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Kia Motors. To learn more, visit kia.com. And by Resident Evil in theaters September 10th. Nice shot at the stadium, looking great on a Wednesday night. Yankees lead 4-3. Now when you drive past on the Deegan, you see it. When the old ballpark was still up, it was kind of obscured. Now it's like a beacon in the night. Here's Jack Cust against A.J. Burnett. Cust has struck out twice against Burnett. And a strike. Count 1-1.
I'm interested to see how the rest of this game plays out for A.J. Burnett. You know, Joe Girardi and Dave Island want to get him out of here on a positive note. This will be his 80th pitch of the ball game, so he's got plenty to go as far as pitch count's concerned.
Ground ball is short. Cust is out. It's time for another look at tonight's Toyota text ball. Once again, the question is September the best month for sports? You've been texting us at 58772, and here's how you voted. 65% say yes. You know what a favorite of mine is? March.
March Madness.
March Madness, spring training.
You know what, the baseball season is totally different in September when you come in the clubhouse on a Saturday or Sunday. You got college football on the TV and you're getting ready for a big league baseball game. Sundays you got the NFL going. Totally different feel. Gets a little cooler. Hoping for postseason baseball. Can you tell I'm a big fan of the fall?
I can tell.
I got to admit, I'm a little done with the summer's job at Chamberlain getting loose.
I mean, forever or just this summer?
No, just this summer. I mean, it's been so hot. You know, you're out by the pool. The kids are ready to get back to school, get into the routine.
Yeah, that sounds awful, hanging out by the pool.
You could be hanging out on your sun deck in Manhattan, your penthouse.
There's a strike 3 to Kuzminov. If I had a penthouse, I could. 7 strikeouts is the most that AJ's had since July 28th.
Little backup slider from AJ. He's supposed to be down and away, and it actually locks Kuzminov up on the inner half. 7 strikeouts and a pretty strong 6th inning so far. We'll see if he can finish it off.
Here's Mark Ellis, 1 for 2. Pitch outside.
Well, if AJ can get through this 6th inning, it's going to be an interesting decision for Joe Girardi. The pitch count's still manageable, but like I said, you'd like to get AJ out on a positive note, leading in a ball game. It's been a good outing so far. Tony Pena bearing down on the reports.
Yankees up 4-3. 1-1. Good breaking ball. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Real good. Tight, down and away. Little check swing. One of the best ones of the night here. Location and break.
Grounded up the middle, slowed down by Burnett, and there'll be no play. So an infield single for Mark Ellis.
Second hit of the night for Ellis, and both of them have been pretty much identical. Breaking balls down and away, and he just stays on it, slaps it right back up the middle. AJ knocks it down. And no play for Robinson Cano. Glove behind his back, can't come up with it. Smart play by Robinson to eat that baseball.
Here's Jeff Larish. 0 for 2, struck out and wrapped into a double play. Florida fastball in there, 1-0. .88 pitches, 56 strikes.
We talked about this the last couple of nights, watching Larish and his stance, real upright and tall, not a lot of movement in his hands. Got to believe you can beat him up and in, but if you make a mistake down, he could be dangerous.
Good pitch, diving down and in the count 1-2.
Real good slider this inning, although Cervelli's setting up away and it ends up down and in. The break is tight. Swing and a miss.
The 1-2, swing and a miss. 8 strikeouts for Burnett, and that matches his season high. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 left. It's time now for a message from our friends at the Fox Business Network.
This is a Fox Business Network update.
I'm Eric Bowling with Fox Business. Here are your latest business headlines. The ADP National Employment Report revealed a drop of 10,000 private sector jobs in August compared with the 19,000 or so increase that economists were anticipating. The weak number offering little optimism in advance of Friday's key government reading on the nation's jobs. Friday's report is expected to show a bump in the August unemployment rate from 9.6% from 9.5% to 9.6% in July, largely the result of ongoing layoffs of 2010 census workers, which were temporary positions anyway. Apple holding an event today to release its new iPods Touch and Nano. The new Nano is a small touchscreen square, and the new Touch comes with a front-facing camera so you can use the FaceTime application along with a rear HD video camera. Also announced for an Apple TV update with new 99-cent show rentals. A new version of iTunes was released, and software upgrades to the iPhone operating software. Hurricane Earl turned toward the U.S. coast Wednesday, with New England expected to be hit by the storm later in the week. Meanwhile, thousands of people were ordered to evacuate a North Carolina island Wednesday morning in advance of the storm, and the National Hurricane Center extended its hurricane watch from North Carolina into Virginia. More evacuations could be on the way as powerful Earl threatens to sideswipe the East Coast. That's your news from Fox Business Network. I'm Eric Bowling. Tune into my show Money Rocks at 8 and 11 p.m. weeknights on the Fox Business Network.
The 2009 New York Yankees are world champions.
Come out to Yankee Stadium to see the 27-time world champion New York Yankees in action. Bring your clients, employees, or business associates out to the stadium for a corporate outing and enjoy Yankees baseball in a private game day suite or in one of our great group locations. Visit Yankees.com, call 646-977-8900, or email suites@yankees.com. In 2010, come home to Yankee Stadium, the home of champions.
Save up to 40% off the advanced game price on select field seats and other great seating locations for Yankees home games now through September 7th. Compliments of DKNY. This back-to-school ticket special presented by DKNY is for a limited time only, and tickets are subject to availability. Tickets are available at Yankees.com, all Ticketmaster outlets, and the Yankee Stadium ticket office. Well, Brett Anderson has certainly acquitted himself nicely after a couple of rocky innings at the beginning. Count 1-1 to Nunez.
He's got to be kicking himself for that ground ball. Derek Jeter, the play at first base, that Anderson dropped the flip from Barton. Cost him a couple of runs after that. You're right, Michael has settled in nicely. 87 pitches to this point. She's back in the second inning. Derek Jeter, a little ground ball to Barton, a chopper, the flip to Anderson, can't come up with it. And the Yankees took advantage.
And that's why his uniform is dirty.
I guess better news for Bob Guerin, the manager in the Oakland A's. That right knee that he hyperextended his last outing doesn't seem to be bothering him. Pitching into the sixth.
Count 3-2. Yankees had a 4-0 lead, holding on now at 4-3 as Nunez skies one to right. It's deep, going back Davis. Right in front of the track, he puts it away for the first out. Traveling this season? Take the Yankees with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Yankees game live or on demand on your computer. Visit Yankees.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Here's Francisco Cervelli, 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out and flied out to right. Fouled away. Toronto and Tampa still tied at 1. That's in the 6th. And Baltimore leads Boston 5-3 in the 5th. Yankees are in first place alone for the first time in 9 days. Now the Oakland A's trail the Texas Rangers by 8.5 in the West, and they virtually have no chance of winning the wild card. They're 15.5 games behind the Rays. The A's have never overcome a September deficit of more than 3 games to win a league, division, or wild card race. So they've got a tough road ahead.
I guess you never want to say never, but we talked about it for 3 games now. Offensively, they're just not going to go out there and bomb against you, hit home runs. 8.5 games back coming in.
And the pitch way outside, so Cervelli works a walk. Here's Derek Jeter. He is 1 for 3. Single up the middle in the first, scored a run, reached on an E1 in the second. That opened the floodgates for 3 runs. And then grounded to third in the fourth. 1-0. Craig Breslow, one of the 2 left-handers in the bullpen, getting ready for the A's. A's called up some pitchers. They have 7 righties and 2 lefties in the bullpen, so 9 relievers. Driven the other way and foul.
No, it's a foul ball. I like that swing for Derek Jeter. A little slider, did not try to pull it. Kind of rolling over the top of some pitches lately in this series, and he stayed inside of this breaking ball. See him almost trying to force it the other way. Sometimes you see a hitter try to do that in a ball game. Just force the ball the other way. I'll get him right back on track.
There's a strike. Derek didn't think so. The count 1-2.
Be the 100th pitch for Anderson, and that's usually his max, 100 to 110, somewhere in that range.
Swing and a miss, and Jeter down on strikes. So Derek is 1 for 4. Let's see how they went at him. The pitch by pitch is brought to you by Suzuki Kizashi.
A lot of sliders from Anderson to Derek Jeter. First pitch for a ball. Second pitch, get me over, and Derek fouls it off. Well, check swing down and in, and then a real good one to finish him off. 4 in a row. See the yes-mo right over the top. Hand actually releases. Usually you don't see Derek do that.
Here's Nick Swisher with 2 outs and a runner on first. Cervelli is held there by Barton. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Along with John Flaherty and Kimberly Jones, I'm Michael Kay, and you're watching Yankees baseball right here on the Yes Network. We certainly thank you for spending part of your Wednesday evening with us. Yankees had a 4-0 lead. It's 4-3 right now in the bottom of the 6th. This will be the 101st pitch for Anderson, and Swisher swings and misses.
Good slider. We've seen it all night long to the right. He's down and in. A lot of swings and misses on that pitch. Did a nice job setting that slider up with fastballs early.
Grounded and off of Anderson, goes right to Ellis. He steps on the bag, and that will do it. So that's a fielder's choice, and it's 1-4 with the force at second. Let's go to the 7th inning here at the stadium. Yankees are leading 4-3, and a painful out for Anderson.
had 6 so far today.
And it's not even noon.
I don't get it. Why are all of our customers switching to coffee from W.B. Mason?
Well, they sell Green Mountain coffee.
So?
At great low prices.
So?
With lots of delicious flavors. And 1 cup brewing means no waste, no mess.
Yep, we clean our pots every month.
And WB delivers fresh coffee every day.
Enough already. There's nothing wrong with our coffee. They just don't know what they're missing. Who but W.B. Mason?
Wow, that guy's really staring over here. Must have sold him some carpeting or something. Mike, check out his bacon neck. Bacon? Sir, lean forward and show Michael Jordan your collar. Oh, see how it's all curled up like bacon in a pan? See how bad this dude looks? What's that? Thank you. Okay. Not us, though, buddy. I lay flats. We're like twins.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
The lay flat collar. Lays flat, won't bacon. Only from Hanes.
I was driving to Northern California. My son was asleep.
I really didn't see it coming.
I didn't realize I was drifting into the other lane.
I was literally falling asleep at the wheel.
It got my attention, telling me that I wasn't paying attention.
I had no idea the guy in front of me had stopped short, but my car did.
My car did.
Thankfully, my Mercedes did.
A world you can't predict demands a car you can trust. The E-Class. The best or nothing. That is what drives us.
New real fruit smoothies from McCafe have taken center stage at McDonald's. Spun from real fruit in strawberry, banana, and wildberry. Experience the intense and spectacular burst of fruit starting at just $2.29. The simple joy of real fruit smoothies.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by J&R Music and Computer World and by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. Well, Joe Girardi wants to get A.J. Burnett out on a positive note, so he makes the call to the bullpen, brought to you by AT&T. Rethink possible.
I like this move, too, Michael. Jabba Chamberlain coming in. You see the numbers have gotten steadily better. But you're right. A.J. Burnett leaves on a positive note. In line for a win. 8 strikeouts. Pitched better tonight. The Yankee bullpen has been well rested.
The Verizon Wireless scoreboard 4-3.
Javi Vasquez long relief outing the first game of this series. Chad Godin last night. Back end of that Yankee bullpen well rested.
Foul back, 95 miles an hour by Jabba. Jabba's last 15 appearances sporting a 1.84 ERA, and when he pitched over the weekend in Chicago on Saturday, he was throwing 98-99, and on Sunday he actually hit 100 on the gun. Swing and a miss. 97 miles an hour, 1 away.
Well, you like the velocity. I think more importantly, you like the location. All those pitches to Davis have been down and away. This one's a ball. Jabba usually has a tough time locating down and away. Not tonight.
Here's Cliff Pennington. And he bunts. Oh, out there quickly is Cervelli. What a play by the catcher for the second out. John, you can appreciate that. He was like a cat.
Good athlete behind the plate. Most catchers are. You see Pennington, good bunt out in front. Actually, that high hop for Cervelli makes it an easier play. Gets out in fair territory. Doesn't have to worry about scooping it off the grass. An easy throw to first. Never question the athletic ability of Cervelli behind the plate.
Here's Coco Crisp. Line drive, a base hit to right field. So Crisp with a 2-out single. Now he's a threat to steal. Hey, tonight after the postgame, football returns to Yes with This Week in Football, presented by Geico. The gang looks ahead to the Jets and the Giants' first regular season games, including an interview with Jets head coach Rex Ryan. This Week in Football tonight after the postgame. It's only on Yes. Here's Derek Barton.
Got to be thinking here with 2 outs. Crisp will be running early in the count, trying to get himself in scoring position. Opponents are 9 out of 10 stolen base attempts with Java pitching. Thinking about a pitch out here, possibly. They'll just throw over.
Crisp 22 of 24 and 14 straight. And Cervelli actually has the worst percentage of throwing out base runners in the American League. Kurt Suzuki is second. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit for Barton. Crisp will round second. He'll go to third. So all of this happening with 2 outs. The A's have runners on the corners.
Not a bad pitch by Jabba Chamberlain either. It's a fastball. It's down. A ground ball right back up the middle is going to be a base hit. You have a first and third situation. Bringing up Suzuki, who had a couple of hits against AJ. Both of them were on fastballs. We'll see if Dave Island's going to have a conversation with Jabba about throwing your slider. Boone Logan getting loose.
Boone Logan getting loose for Jack Cust. So Suzuki is certainly Jabba's batter. Suzuki 2 for 3 against AJ Burnett. Burnett went 6 innings, a season high 8 strikeouts. And he turns the lead over to the bullpen. Jabba well rested, last pitched on Sunday. High pop-up, left field. Kearns is there, and that'll do it. So Jabba works into and out of trouble. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base at the end of 6.5. Time for the 7th inning stretch here at the stadium, with the Yankees leading the A's 4-3, but we will stay right here to honor America here in the Bronx.
As we remember the servicemen and women who are serving our country at home and around the globe. Thank you. Now Kate Smith's rendition of God Bless America.
This is the jungle, disguised as a wedding, but a jungle nonetheless. And here there are 2 types of tigers. One that goes straight to the prey, and the one who makes the prey surrender to him.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Can football announcer Andres Cantor make any sport exciting?
Ha sido una partida intensa hoy. Jadrowski está pensando. Veamos qué va a hacer. Moverá la reina, moverá el caballo. ¡Qué tensión! ¡Viene! ¡Gol!
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Here at the Ford Model Year-End Sales Event, everybody's got a story, even the sales reps. Take Kelly, for instance. Kelly likes to call herself an escapist, which is kind of funny because she never seems to leave the dealership. She's always here talking about great deals and sync technology and how the Escape can practically park itself. Look, Kelly loves her Escape and loves her job. I just wish she'd get out more.
Now, current competitive lessees can get a 2010 Escape for $189 a month. Just $189.
So many stories, so little time. You really should drive one.
Hi, everyone. Bob Lorenz back in studio with the Tri-State Ford update. You want to see a nice play-by-pitcher? Watch Sean Markham of the Jays. Desmond Jennings, little tapper. He dives, he flips to John Buck. And instead of the Rays scoring and taking the lead with the bases loaded, he gets the final out of the inning. It's a force at the plate, and that keeps it tied at 1. Jays and Rays, bottom of the 7th. We'll keep you updated on this one, and, of course, full highlights of this one coming up on the postgame. As always, Kim Jones and I look forward to seeing you then. Now back to Michael and Flash.
Thank you, Robert. Back here at the stadium, Yankees are leading this one 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's how it's broken down so far. Each team with 8 hits. The A's with a big error. That's the difference in the game. As the Yankees lead 4-3, A.J. Burnett did a nice job today. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and a season-high 8 strikeouts. Teixeira, you can't get him out. 3 for 3. And Anderson did a nice job for the A's. 6 innings, 8 hits, and just 1 earned run. I said did a nice job because they call on the left-hander Craig Breslow to relieve the left-hander Anderson. So he will face the red-hot Mark Teixeira. Grounded to third, bobbled. Kuzmanov across the diamond, and 1 pitch, 1 out. So Teixeira was 8 of his last 9 before that ground ball, and those are the numbers on Breslow.
Pretty good, too. Only 43 hits and 58 in the third. 60 strikeouts. Coming off 2 scoreless innings in Texas on Sunday.
On the Verizon Wireless scoreboard, 4-3 Yankees lead. Breslow did not have a good August, though, and an ERA of 6.10 in August. Here's Cano. And there's a strike. Cano is 0 for 3 so far tonight. Cano has the best average of any big league ball player, career-wise, that's active right now in September and October. So he really picks it up in the final month of the season. Very few games, regular season games, are played in October, but his Septembers are the best of any active player. Kerry Wood now warming up alongside Boone Logan. Now, are you seeing some kind of shift here, John? Because I'm trying to read how Joe Girardi's using the bullpen. Usually with a lead, he was going to David Robertson. Now, I don't know if he's going to go Wood or he's going to go he's going to start with Boone Logan against Cust. But then you go to Wood and not Robertson. And Robertson had been the 8th inning guy.
Well, Robertson pitched an inning last night. I don't know if that's going to come into it. I think Kerry Wood obviously has done such a nice job. He's going to get some meaningful innings late in ball games. But what a luxury for Joe Girardi now. I mean, you got Jabba Chamberlain pitching the 7th, pitching a lot better. You have options in the 8th: Boone Logan, Kerry Wood, David Robertson. It seems like just a short while ago we were talking about how you're going to get the ball to Mariano Rivera.
Line drive right at Barton, and Cano is now 0 for 4. Tonight, throughout the Yankee season on Yes, we are asking you to vote along with us for the Chevy Player of the Game. Text your vote to 58772 or vote online at yesnetwork.com. Tonight's candidates are number 1, Mark Teixeira, number 2, Kevin Kuzmanov, number 3, A.J. Burnett, number 4, Curtis Granderson. Vote now and make your voice heard. Standard text messaging rates apply. There's Marcus Timms. He's 0 for 3. John, I have to send out best wishes to my niece Chelsea. who tomorrow heads to Boston College, where she will begin her college life.
Wow.
She's an extremely bright girl. She's going to do great there.
What a great place to go to college, too. BC.
And my
Beautiful
first
campus.
niece, Ashley, went to BC, too. She graduated. Now Chelsea's turn. So good luck, Chelsea. Turned him loose on 3-0, and he hits a fly ball to center. Chris really misread that. He went back, and the ball lands in front of him for a bloop single. Boy, he really misread that, John.
Well, you can see why, too. Marcus Timms takes a big swing, 3-0 off the end of the bat, and it just doesn't go anywhere. You see Chris goes back a few steps and then tries to make up for it with his speed. Is not going to be able to do it. Marcus Timms will take it. A little 2-out base hit.
And he's saying, I got fooled by the swing. Here's Austin Kearns. Pitch is low.
Does Chelsea know what her major is going to be?
I don't think so, not yet.
A little undecided.
Mm-hmm. Hammered down the left field line and foul. She's an extraordinary softball player. She's going to try to walk on the BC team, and she was a catcher taking after you.
Obviously very intelligent and athletic.
Very.
I was lucky enough to go to a Boston College football game years ago. What a great time that was. Beautiful campus. People know how to have some fun there.
Chelsea, don't listen to Uncle John. You know, we talked about 3-0 counts, getting a green light. Tim's now 11 for 22 in 3-0 counts. Two-one. High fly ball. Left center. Crisp has this one lined up. And he'll put it away for the final out of the seventh. No runs a hit. No errors. One man left. Let's go to the eighth. 4-3 Yanks.
When you're strong-willed, you do it your own way. When you're uncompromising, second best never crosses your mind. That's why we brew Coors Banquet with only Rocky Mountain water and the best high country barley. Because when you're set in your ways, you stay true to yourself. If you can drink to that, we got a beer with your name on it. Coors, the banquet beer.
I want to see the most college football.
So I ordered ESPN Game Plan on DirecTV.
I get up to 15 out-of-market games per week.
The top conferences.
And key matchups.
Games you can't get anywhere else.
And the games I want to see.
Order the special early bird offer and get a full season of college football with ESPN Game Plan on DirecTV. To order for only 4 payments of $28.99 each, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directv.com/gameplan.
Diabetes scared me to death. There's so much to learn. I just shut down. But Liberty walked me through it all. Like when I test at night or after I eat. Makes a big difference.
When it comes to your diabetes supplies, quality and reliability are important. That's why Liberty offers the Accu-Check Aviva meter. And it's the only meter and strip combination manufactured in the USA. If you're over 65, have diabetes, and are on Medicare, call now and we'll send you a free meter. It offers alternate site testing, so you can test on your arm. No more pricking your fingers, so it's less painful.
It makes a big difference.
And to make it even less painful, the cost of your diabetes testing supplies may be covered by Medicare. Join over 1 million others who have chosen Liberty Medical. Call now and receive a free Accu-Check Aviva meter. Plus, for a limited time, get a free cookbook when you join.
Call 1-800-273-9135. 1-800-273-9135.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Heineken Light. See the light. By Subway Restaurants. Build your better breakfast and grab lunch to go too. And by Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet? Couple of changes for the Yankees. You see that new left fielder, number 11, is Brett Gardner, taking over for Austin Kearns. There's Brett. And now Boone Logan comes in to face Jack Cust. Jabba Chamberlain pitched a scoreless 7th. Cust fouls it off, and that got Cervelli, and he crumples down in pain.
Gene Monahan, Joe Girardi out there. Look, he got him right on the inside of the right knee, a foul ball.
Shows you that really doesn't provide that much protection.
You know, there's sometimes, see how that right knee is open though, and he hits the side of it, right in between the creases there and the protection.
Losada now explaining what it feels like. I don't know how you guys do it. All those years, all that pounding. The 0-1. 1-1. Lefty batters against Logan this year, 185, 10 for 54. Righties hit 286 against him, 18 for 63. And boy, does Logan become important, because we're still waiting on Damaso Marte. He was so important to them last year and one of the most valuable players in the postseason. And you look at some of the teams you're going to face, or you might have a chance to face. Who's getting out Josh Hamilton? Who's getting out Joe Mauer? Today, Marte was officially moved to the 60-day deal, but he's already been on there for 60 days. And Boone Logan's been doing a lot of that. He strikes out Jack Cust, and that's all he's going to do as Joe Girardi bounds out of the dugout and calls on Wood.
He's called to get a lefty out, and he does it with a couple of nice sliders down and away. Nice job, Boone Logan.
Kerry Wood against Kevin Kuzmanov when we return. Yankees holding on 4-3.
I'm a big fan of Toyota, and I know they're going to offer some great deals. But how can I tell when is really the best time to buy? I need some kind of a sign. Look at that. Where'd that come from?
It's Toyota's Now's the Time sales event, and your time for waiting is over. Lease a 2010 Corolla for just $149 a month. And through September 7th only, Toyota will match your down payment up to $1,000. Hurry in, because now's the time.
J&R, New York's largest and top-rated technology superstore for cameras, computers, audio products, movies, music, housewares, TVs, video games, and more, is now proud to be the official consumer electronics retailer of the New York Yankees.
Hey, did you hear the one about the people that drove 2 hours out of their way to go to a casino when they could have gone to Empire City Casino at Yonkers Raceway, which is basically right next door? Neither did I.
Can't judge a book by looking at the cover.
Day one storm, and it was beautiful. So look, see the sights that you like.
AT&T covers 97% of all Americans. AT&T, rethink possible. Buy a Pantech messaging phone like the Impact and get a Pantech messaging phone free after mail-in rebate.
Sunday on an all-new WB Mason presents the Joe Girardi Show. Joe has the Bombers geared up for a crucial week on the road against the Rangers and Rays.
They're a dangerous offensive club.
And with some key players returning to action, the skipper sizes up the Yankees' postseason outlook. It's an all-new WB Mason presents the Joe Girardi Show. Sunday at 5.
Only on Yes.
Hey, tomorrow the Yankees close out this series with a day game against the A's. Complete coverage will start at 12:30 with the Tri-State Ford pregame. Then John Flaherty and I are back with the call. A's-Yankees tomorrow afternoon at 12:30. Only on, CC Sabathia will go for his 19th victory against the guy who pitched the perfect game, Dallas Braden. Here's Kerry Wood. Those numbers were a lot higher when he came over from Cleveland. He has been very, very good with the Yankees. Check it out. 12 2/3, 9 hits, 1 earned run. He'd like to cut down on the walks, but 15 strikeouts. He's been very, very solid. There's a strike to Kuzmanov.
Michael, actually, when I looked at those numbers and the walks may be a little bit high, but you don't get the feeling like Kerry Wood is wild when he comes in. He's kind of just barely missing the strike zone. Case right there, a little cutter down and away, doesn't miss by much.
John, Dave Island made a little bit of an adjustment with him, right?
And all it was raising his arm a little bit higher. He thought his elbow was a little bit low. And it just tells you the age now with modern day baseball, looking at technology. And Dave went back and looked at video from the Cubs when he just came up and all through the years and noticed his arm angle had steadily dropped. And Kerry told him, nobody's ever told me that before, and he was willing to make a change, and it's worked out.
And that works out with a ground ball right back to the mound for the second out.
Kerry Wood had walked a couple of batters and had to work his way out of it, and showing the ability to make a big pitch when he needed it. It was Nova's first major league win.
There's Mark Ellis, 2 for 3 against A.J. Burnett. His first time up against Wood. And boy, it's been a rough inning for Cervelli.
I shouldn't laugh, but it just seems like once you get one off the shin guard, it's going to happen again somewhere on a different body part. Looks like that left foot. So locked in behind the plate right now in a 1-run game. 2 outs in the 8th inning. Trying to make sure you call the right pitch. You don't want one swing of the bat to tie this game up.
Hot shot up the middle, a base hit for Ellis, who has been slumping. 4 for 27 coming in, but he's 3 for 4 tonight.
And all 3 of the hits have been identical. Little sliders, or it was a cutter from Kerry Wood away. All 3 of the hits have been right back up the middle, and you see Cervelli's reaction. He's seen this swing before. That's fine. You don't want to make a mistake on the inner half and have a tie ball game.
And now Island will go out and talk with him about Jeff Larish. You know, Wood was interviewed a lot in Chicago, John, regarding Steven Strasburg, who is going to undergo Tommy John surgery on Friday. He had a great line to Kimberly Jones. He said, I would have 9 Tommy John surgeries instead of 1 shoulder surgery. Because Tommy John surgery seems like, yeah, it's a long, arduous rehab, but you do get back. Shoulder surgery, it's a crapshoot.
I like his comments about once you have the surgery, then you got to start working. You know, it's happened, it's over with. Now you got to get to the rehab process, and obviously Kerry has been through it. Michael, you mentioned the fact that the Yankees have Boone Logan to get a big lefty out, but if you're Kerry Wood, you got to come up with something to negate lefties for a possible postseason. Be that cutter on the inner half up around the belt buckle, and the good curveball.
When you were with the Padres, did you get a chance to face him at all?
No.
There's a strike. He really burst upon the scene. 20 strikeout game against the Astros, and just his arm didn't hold up. What a good pickup by Brian Cashman. A deadline deal from the Cleveland Indians. In fact, both guys that came from the Indians have really helped, Austin Kearns and Kerry Wood.
guess you got to give the scouting department for the Yankees some credit too, because Kerry Wood was on the DL with some blister problems, you know, so they really didn't have a lot of opportunities to see him pitch. He'd just come off the DL when the deal was done. I actually talked to a Yankee scout who watched him throw a bullpen session and liked what he saw when he was on the DL working his way back. So it tells you how in-depth those scouts go to find out about somebody.
Keeping Ellis close. We're in the 8th inning. Yankees are leading the A's 4-3. Larish seems to have problems with that breaking ball diving down and in. That was a fastball up and away. Larish is 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts.
Maybe that fastball up, setting up that slider down and in, curveball down and in.
First game he was 3 for 4 with 4 ribbies. Yesterday 0 for 4. Today 0 for 3. And he does go with the breaking ball low and inside, but Larish skips rope to get out of the way.
You mentioned the home run that Larish hit, and it was pretty much a fastball down middle. Joe Girardi, Dave Island, the coaching staff watching, I'm sure they're realizing he's pretty much a low ball hitter. Likes the fastball down.
Two. Still 2-2. A.J. Burnett went 6. A season high 8 strikeouts. Jabba Chamberlain pitched a scoreless 7th despite giving up 2 hits. Boone Logan came on here in the 8th to strike out Jack Cuss to start off the inning. Then Kerry Wood got Kuzmanov to bounce back to the mound. Then Mark Ellis singled up the middle. And that's where we are right now with Ellis at first, 2 outs and a 2-2 count on Jeff Larish. The 2-2 upstairs. So that helps out the A's a bit because Ellis will be going on the full count with 2 outs. And Rajai Davis is on deck. Foul back.
Kerry Wood went with a curveball again. It was a mistake, a hanger. Larish had a good swing and fouled it straight back.
Mariano Rivera getting ready. Eighth inning in Tampa, or in St. Pete, Tampa Bay and Toronto 1-1. 7th inning in Baltimore, Orioles 5 and the Red Sox 5. Runner goes, pitches low, so Wood walks Larish. And Island checking to see if Rivera is ready. And Kurt Young talking to his bullpen. Rajai Davis 1 for 3. Had a double to left center in the 5th. Breaking ball with no bite. Count 1-0.
He's getting a little quick down the hill now and has been behind a couple of breaking balls, and they've just rolled. Try a little fastball away, maybe a cutter. The last few curveballs have not been quality.
Not as much life on the fastball as he had in Chicago. He's 91 that last one. He's been up to 93 so far today. Crowd of 45,222 here in the Bronx, watching the Yankees and the A's, Game 3 of this 4-game set. That was a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-2. Might the 91-mile-an-hour pitch have been a cutter?
It might have been a cutter, but it looked pretty true. I think Perry Wood just heard you and gave you a little something extra there. 94. Now a lot of options. Could bounce a curveball. Could go with a high fastball. He could go with that cutter.
The 1-2. Check swing on the fastball. Both teams tonight 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position.
Love the high fastball here, and watch Cervelli standing up. He wants it up in the zone, and he gets it right there. Very defensive swing from Davis. Now again, you can go a little bit higher, see if he's going to chase, or you can go with a curveball, bounce it.
Bounce that one. And Cervelli scrambles after it, holding the runner. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on here in the 8th.
Does a nice job getting his body out there and blocking it.
The 2-2. He'll get out of it. Ground ball to Jeter. He goes the short way, and Wood works into and out of trouble. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 big men left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Yankees up by 1.
This is not acceptable. Bryce in Minnesota, you shouldn't have to get this from Domino's. We're better than this.
When we launched ShowUsYourPizza.com, we asked our customers to be the photographers, and we've been thrilled by the results.
But this, it really gets me upset. I'm Patrick Doyle, the CEO of this company. We're not going to fail. We aren't going to deliver pizzas like this. I guarantee it.
So we're extending our $5.99 inspired pizza deal because we want to see even more of your pizza shots.
We're still listening. We're going to learn. We're going to get better.
Droid. This droid has evolved to do even more. Now it integrates your work email so you can be hooked up to everything you need to do. Now it does 1 gigahertz speed on a more intuitive keyboard. Turning you into an instrument of efficiency. Introducing the new Droid 2 by Motorola, part of the next generation of DOS.
So why are over 1,000 people a day switching to Chevrolet?
I need something I can rely on, so the warranty is a big deal.
It covers you for $40,000 more than Honda and Toyota. It's the Chevrolet Summer Event. You may want to call dibs.
Get 0% APR for 72 months or $5,000 cash back on 2010 Silverado half-ton extended and crew cab models. Or qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on this Traverse LS for around $299 a month. Call for details. Call 877-64-CHEVY.
Every carton of delicious Turkey Hill Bronx Bomber Sundae and Pinstripe Brownie Blast is a chance to win Yankees tickets.
Brain freeze. Bring in the closer.
So get into the game with Turkey Hill, official ice cream of the New York Yankees.
WB Mason is the official office product supplier to the New York Yankees. But did you know they also sell office furniture, cleaning supplies, kitchen snacks, and Green Mountain coffee? For all your office needs, who but WB Mason? We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Time for the Land Rover drive of the game. Why get a car when you can own a Land Rover?
Well, Kevin Kuzminoff in the top of the 4th inning. This will be your Land Rover drive of the game. A 2-run home run going the other way. Home run number 13 is your Land Rover drive of the game.
Granderson leads off against Breslow. Pitches inside. In the bottom of the 8th, the Yankees are leading 4-3. Yankees stop scoring after the 2nd inning. High fly ball, shallow right center, and Coco Crisp will put it away for the first out.
Next week, get ready for 2 big center stage premieres on Yes. First, Tuesday at 11 o'clock, U.S. Open, and Wimbledon tennis champ John McEnroe sits down to talk about his memorable career. And Wednesday, controversial Cowboys Hall of Famer Michael Irvin joins a candid conversation. It's GMC presents Center Stage with Michael K. only on Yes.
2 pretty good shows. Definitely tune in for those. Craig Breslow hits the dugout as Bob Guerin brings in a righty to face Nunez and Cervelli. Stay right where you are.
Introducing the newest addition to the Skechers Shape-Ups line, SRT, Skechers Radius Trainer for Men. Shape-Ups SRT design helps to absorb impact and increase muscle activity. Get more out of your workout with Shape-Ups SRT by Skechers.
And now I'll turn it over to the Gecko.
Ah, thank you, sir. As we all know, Geico has been saving people money on RV, camper and trailer insurance, as well as motorcycle insurance. Ah, sorry. Technical difficulties.
What about this?
What's this one do? Maybe that one.
Okay, let's keep rolling. We run motorcycle insurance?
Take 15 minutes to see how much you could save on motorcycle, RV, and camper insurance.
When you're strong-willed, you do it your own way. When you're uncompromising, second best never crosses your mind. That's why we brew Coors Banquet with only Rocky Mountain water and the best high country barley. Because when you're set in your ways, you stay true to yourself. If you can drink to that, we got a beer with your name on it. Coors, the banquet beer.
Shoe technology revolutionized, featuring Skechers Shape-Ups technology, absorbing energy, minimizing impact, and creating resistance to help you maximize your workout. Run less, get more. Skechers Resistance Runner.
Sunday. It's the return of Notre Dame football on Yes.
The end zone touchdown.
Watch the replay of Saturday's game as the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame take on the Purdue Boilermakers. It all starts Sunday at 6, only on Yes.
Yankees lead the A's 4-3, 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees will send up Lance Berkman. Just came up the DL today. He's going to pinch hit for Eduardo Nunez. And he is going to face the A's closer, Andrew Bailey. Good numbers for Bailey. Now for Berkman, this is his first big league at bat since August 15th. Turned his ankle that game. Spent the last 2 nights with the Trenton team. And he hammers that one into right center field. He clubbed the ball up against the wall. Coco Crisp fields the carom, and Berkman with a pinch hit double.
Nice way to come back if you're Lance Berkman. First pitch fastball up out over the plate, and he drills it to right center. Off the wall, is going to get into second base with a double. Kind of the forgotten man here with the Yankees. The ankle injury, going down on a rehab for a couple of days. A nice first swing. Welcome back.
So his night is done. 1 swing, a double, and they bring in Ramiro Pena to pinch run for Berkman, and Pena will take over at third. And now Joe Girardi, looking for more, is going to pinch hit Jorge Posada for Francisco Cervelli. Now, because of the roster expansion today, Joe feels a little more confident doing this, because if, God forbid, something happens with Jorge, they do have another catcher. They called up Chad Moeller.
Jorge's faced Bailey. He's 0 for 3 in his career.
When you have 2 catchers and you use the other one to pinch hit, you do get nervous about the last catcher standing. But now they still have 1 on the bench, and that's what the expanded roster gives you. So Pena's at second, and here is Posada. Swing and a miss.
Bailey, who went with a first pitch fastball to Lance Berkman, decided against that strategy with Jorge Posada. Good slider down and in. Sent up there to be a pitch hitter. Usually you're looking for a first pitch fastball to drill.
Andrew Bailey out of Haddon Heights, New Jersey. Rookie of the Year last year. Beating out Elvis Andrus and Rick Porcello. And he went to Wagner College. Staten Island.
Got a good fastball too, 93 on the gun, but it looks like it has a little more life as it gets to home plate.
The 2-1. Now Bailey actually had Tommy John surgery in college. And he's come back better than ever. Despite being right-handed, lefties hit just 148 against him last year. Righties 185. The 2-2. Strike three. Posada down looking. And he does not like the call, and he points that out to Dana DeMuth, and he gets thrown out of the game. Now the Yankees are down to their last catcher. And you see Robbie Thompson is trying to calm down Posada. But that is not a smart ejection for Jorge Posada.
Well, you love Jorge Posada and his fire and his competitiveness, but you're right, Michael. This is not a smart play. Arguing with home plate umpire Dana DeMuth. Joe Girardi's going to finish up the conversation on what Jorge said, how the conversation went. We get another look at the last pitch. It's off the plate, not a strike. Like I said, you love the fire of Jorge Posada, but not a smart play there.
Close game. Now you're going to have to deal with Chad Moeller behind the plate. And Chad jogged in from the bullpen because he's going to have to go behind the plate and catch Mariano Rivera after warming him up. So here's Derek Jeter with a runner on second. Now 2 outs. Hot shot up the middle. Grabbed there by Pennington. Fires to first, and they just get Jeter for the final out of the 8th inning. Nice play by the A's shortstop, Cliff Pennington. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. They just nabbed Jeter for the final out, and we will go to the 9th.
Like summer, it's here, but not forever. The Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2010 ES350 for $379 a month for 36 months with $40.78 due at signing. See your Lexus dealer.
Right now, Capital One Bank offers you checking with double rewards for everyday banking.
Double rewards for everyday banking?
When we get cash, we earn double
When we
rewards.
get cash, we earn double rewards.
Or when we pay bills online.
Or when we pay bills online.
Even writing checks earns us double rewards.
Hi, Sally. Hi, Garth Jr.
Get checking with double rewards at Capital One Bank before it's too late. What's in your wallet?
She's not my girlfriend.
She's not my girlfriend.
South of Laredo, there's a place. Gotta cross an ocean of scorpion-covered earth. So hot, rattlesnakes combust spontaneously. We're drawn like moths to a flaming jalapeno. But you gotta eat bold. Know what I'm saying?
Subway's turned up the heat. Introducing Subway Fiery Footlong Subs, the hot new turkey jalapeno melt and boldacious buffalo chicken. Eat bold.
Subway Fiery Footlong Subs. Burn the wimp right out of you.
Cold, clean, iron-free. This was the water he'd been searching for. Down in the hollow, where he would build his business. Never varying from his recipe, staying true to the process. Growing to meet a demand that would stretch far beyond the hills of Tennessee. Quite a feat for the little man from the middle of nowhere, who knew he had something so special. He was proud to give it his name.
Like summer, it's here, but not forever. The Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2010 RX 350 for $449 a month for 36 months with $41.48 due at signing. See your Lexus dealer.
Hey, stick around later for the WB Mason postgame for comprehensive highlights and analysis from this game against the A's. Plus, a look at the big matchups around the majors and how they affect the playoff race. Bob Lorenz, Kimberly Jones, the WB Mason postgame coming up after the final out only on Yes. New third baseman is Ramiro Pena. The new catcher is Chad Moeller because Jorge got thrown out. And the new pitcher is Mariano Rivera, who'll try to get the final 3 outs of this game. Those are his numbers, and they are outstanding as always. 27 hits in 47 and 2/3 innings, 9 walks, so 36 base runners in 47 and 2/3 innings. Here's Cliff Pennington, who made a nice play to just nab Jeter. And that one is a broken bat. Foul ball.
A nice first pitch cutter from Mariano Rivera in on the hands of Pennington. Chad Moeller just got called up today, hanging out in the bullpen. Now all of a sudden he's in the game. Good news for Joe Girardi and the Yankees. Plenty of history with him and Mariano. Have caught each other, worked together the last couple of years.
The 0-1. 0-2. And the pitch. Grounded to first. Teixeira. 1 away. Let's head back to the studio. Bob Lorenz has an update on the Tampa Bay game.
All right, Michael, they were all tied into the bottom of the 8th, and then Evan Longoria up against Scott Downs, and that is a base hit through the left side. That is going to score Ben Zobrist. Rays up 2-1 top of the 9th. Jose Bautista leading off the top of the 9th for the Jays.
Thank you, Bob. Bob will have all the details on that on the postgame show, the WB Mason postgame show. Coming up in a couple of outs. Here's Coco Crisp. Crisp 1 for 4. Yankees lead 4-3. Holding on. They led 4-0 after 2. Actually after 3. And then the A's chipped away with 2 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th. And that's where we stand right now as Crisp takes a strike.
Well, obviously you want to keep Coco Crisp off the bases. 22 stolen bases on the year. I'm sure Chad Moeller is probably the biggest fan of that strategy. Probably didn't get a whole lot of warm-up throws in the bullpen.
Right back to Mo. And the A's are down to their final out.
Not only a great pitcher, but a great athlete on the mound, fielding his position. Coco Crisp hits this ball well. If it gets by Mariano Rivera, it'll be in the center field for a base hit, and then things will get interesting. A nice job being in fielding position. Easy toss over to Mark Teixeira.
So it comes down to Derek Barton against Mariano Rivera. Barton 1 for 2 with 2 walks. He singled in the 7th. Cutter inside. 1-0. Popped up and out of play. Yankees looking for their 3rd straight. 4th. They actually won on Sunday. 3rd straight win against the A's. You know what? 5th. They won on Saturday too. I'm losing count. And they are trying to go a season high 33 games over 500. The 1-1. 1-2. So the A's are down to their final strike. Crowd of over 45,000, many of them on their feet. High pop up and out of play. The 1-2. Up the middle. Jeter snares it. Fires to first. Not in time. Game's alive. Derek Barton beat it out. Jeter with a nice play up the middle made it close, but Barton beat the throw.
Well, Derek does a nice job going to his left, but his momentum takes him into center field and then does not have a lot on the throw. You see Mark Teixeira trying to stretch, makes a nice play, but Barton beats it. And the yes Mo clearly safe. Derek's momentum taking him towards center field, did not have a lot on the throw.
And now Kurt Suzuki. Rivera deals a strike. Yankees win this. That means they win the series and they go for the sweep tomorrow behind CC Sabathia. An afternoon game right here on Yes. But they need this out. The 0-1. Strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Once again, the A's down to their final strike. Burnett started. Chamberlain for 1. Boone Logan for 1 batter. Kerry Wood 2 outs. And now Mariano Rivera here in the ninth. The tying runs at first. 2 men are out. Yankees up 4-3. And the 0-2. Cutter just a little bit more outside. 1-2. The great Rivera gets the sign, sets at the belt, and the pitch. Runner goes, pitch outside, no throw, and a stolen base for Barton. And now that's big because he's in scoring position, a little blooper, and it's a tie game.
Yeah, that's exactly what you worry about, the off the end of the bat. Broken bat, base hit, could be a tie game. Nice job by Barton getting himself into scoring position.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The tying runs at second base here in the 9th inning. Barton leads. The 2-2. Driven the other way, foul.
Pretty good swing by Suzuki on a cutter out over the plate. Looked like he may have been guessing out there, going the other way.
This will be the 16th pitch of the night for Rivera. And the 2-2. Just stays alive.
Mariano saw Suzuki going out there for the cutter, decided to drop a little 2-seamer down and in. Suzuki does a nice job just fouling it off. But if nothing else, Mariano opening up the outside half again by throwing that 2-seamer inside.
Suzuki calls time, granted by Dana DeMuth. Swung and a miss, and the Yankees win. 4-3. The Yankees beat the A's for the 3rd straight time, and the Yankees pick up their 5th straight victory. As I mentioned, they are 33 games over 500. That's a season high. And they're now 17-6 in the last 23 games against lefty starters. A lot of information to digest. Stick around for the postgame show to find out who's tonight's Chevy player of the game.
Back-to-back 2-seamers down and in. Suzuki swings right over the top. But things got interesting at the end there, but Mariano able to finish it off. A lot of positives for the Yankees in the pitching department. A.J. Burnett, quality 6 innings. The bullpen did a great job. Joe Girardi and the staff love it.
They really needed a positive out of Burnett today. He certainly gave it to them. A season high, 8 strikeouts. And he picks up the victory, a much needed victory for him. Kimberly Jones is down in front of the Yankee dugout. She's got, oh, he's there again, Mark Teixeira.
Twice in 24 hours, Michael. Bob Guerin said they had to find a way to slow you down. It looked like Anderson tried to pitch you inside, yes?
Yeah, you know, the first ball was really the only one I hit hard. The other 2 just found holes, and sometimes you got to be lucky, but he was pounding me in today.
3 hits, 3 RBIs. That's a good way to be lucky, isn't it?
Yeah, well, sometimes you have to be lucky in baseball. I mean, you know, we scratched and clawed our way to a win tonight, and A.J. pitched great, and, you know, we scored just enough to win.
I have a feeling there's a clubhouse full of guys who are going to feel good for A.J. tonight. What did you think was the best sign you saw, Mark?
You know, he really battled, and I thought his stuff looked great. I mean, I think his velocity was great. He had some nice break on his breaking ball, and you know, he pitched really well.
Your manager will tell us it's hard to win a 4-game series as much as he wants to. How does it feel to take the first 3 with CeCe on the mound tomorrow?
It feels good. You know, we have a great chance to sweep and against a very good team. And the 3 pitchers we just faced are great pitchers. And, you know, our offense has done a good job getting to them, and our pitchers picked us up as well.
He's been most of the offense, Michael. Take it away.
He certainly has been that. Thank you, Kimberly. So thank you, Mark, as well. Yankees win 4-3. The final out. Mariano Rivera gets Kurt Suzuki to swing over a pitch. Strike 3. A great moment, and they liked it in the Great Hall.
Like summer, it's here, but not forever. The Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2010 HS250H for $319 a month for 36 months with 40/18 due at signing. See your Lexus dealer.
Our front door, our backyard, our pastime, our heart and soul. Blimpie has been a part of America's tradition for over 40 years. Our subs are made with fresh-baked breads, quality meats and cheeses sliced to order, with tasty toppings and delicious dressings you love so much. Taste the difference freshness makes. Yesterday's traditions are still today's. Blimpie, America's sub shop.
Like summer, it's here, but not forever. The Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2010 ES350 for $379 a month for 36 months with 40/78 due at signing. See your Lexus dealer.
Diabetes scared me to death. There's so much to learn. I just shut down. But Liberty walked me through it all. Like when I test at night or after I eat. Makes a big difference.
When it comes to your diabetes supplies, quality and reliability are important. That's why Liberty offers the Accu-Check Aviva meter. And it's the only meter and strip combination manufactured in the USA. If you're over 65, have diabetes, and are on Medicare, call now and we'll send you a free meter. It offers alternate site testing, so you can test on your arm. No more pricking your fingers, so it's less painful.
It makes a big difference.
And to make it even less painful, the cost of your diabetes testing supplies may be covered by Medicare. Join over 1 million others who have chosen Liberty Medical. Call now and receive a free Accu-Check Aviva meter. Plus, for a limited time, get a free cookbook when you join.
Call 1-800-273-9135. 1-800-273-9135.
Down here, we do one thing at a time.
On Sunday, we watch the Dolphins game.
But our friend Al got an NFL Sunday ticket. Now he watches 8 games live on one screen.
It's too many things.
Since he can handle such stimulation, let's make him dance with Miss Keener after bingo.
Watch 8 games live on one screen. Upgrade to NFL Sunday Ticket today.
Yankees win 4-3, and the play of the game is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
And a very innocent ground ball to first base that should have ended the second inning for the Yankees. Instead, Anderson makes an error. The Yankees capitalize, score a couple of runs after that. And that was your Geico play of the game.
Each team had 10 hits, but the Yankees outscored the A's because of that error. They had 3 unearned runs. and the Yankees win 4-3. 4-10-0 Yanks, 3-10-1 A's. Time of the game a manageable 2:55. Burnett picks up the victory. Anderson the loss. Rivera's 28 save. Kuzmanov had a 2-run home run. And A.J. Burnett went 6 innings, 6 hits, and a season-high 8 strikeouts. Teixeira continues to rake. 3 for 4, double, and 3 runs batted in. Coming up on the Yes Network, stay tuned for the W.B. Mason postgame show with Bob Lorenz and Kimberly Jones. Special thanks to senior producer Bill Bowen, director John Wilson, vice president of operations Ed Delaney, our supervising producer Woody Fryman, and the executive producer of the Yes Network is Mr. John J. Filippelli. Join us again tomorrow for Yankees baseball as the Bombers take on the Oakland A's from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. The coverage is going to begin at 12:30 on the Yes Network. Once again, the final score, the New York Yankees 4 and the Oakland Athletics 3. We'll be back from the booth with some final thoughts in just a moment. But for now, let's go to Bob Lorenz, who is standing by in our Yes Network studios.
All right, thank you, Michael. Great to have you with us on the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame. It is a 4-3 win for the Yankees, so they have won 5 in a row, including the first 3 in the series against the A's. And the story going into their ball game tonight, they had to get A.J. Burnett a win, or at least have A.J. put them in position to win. We know his last time out, he got raked over 3 1/3 innings, but tonight, a far better A.J. than we've seen pretty much over the course of the past 5 weeks. As we take a look at his body of work tonight, let's go first inning, facing Jack Cust. 2-minute board, looks at the fastball for strike 3. Struck out 2 in that inning, struck out 2 more in the second, including Jeff Larish. 4th inning, Kevin Kuzmanov starts to chip away. 2-run shot to right. And at top of the 6th, Burnett keeping the lead, a solid 6 innings. He struck out another 2 in that inning, and 8 overall. That is a season high as A.J. picks up his 10th win of the season. And you voted him your Chevy player of the game. The fans loving what A.J. was doing tonight as he gets his 10th win. Just 2 walks. He allowed 6 hits and 3 runs and notched his first win since July 28th. All right, let's check the Blue Jays and Rays score. We know that Tampa Bay went ahead 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th on an Evan Longoria single, and they end up holding off the Blue Jays to win 2-1. So David Price picks up his 16th win of the season. Sean Camp loses it out of the pen. Rafael Soriano had to hold down the heart of the order to pick up his 40th save. So with that win, the Rays stay a game back of the Yankees. The Red Sox now 8.5 back. Red Sox in action against the O's tonight. But again, the Yankees maintain their lead atop the division. All right, those standings brought to you by Ford. Obviously, we're going to take a break. When we come back on the W.B. Mason postgame, we're going to talk to Michael and we'll talk to Flash about the win tonight. What do? You get the win and you exit stage right out of the Great Hall. It's 4-3 Yankees.
The Yankees postgame show on Yes is presented by W.B. Mason. For office supplies at amazingly low prices, who but W.B. Mason?
We keep losing our coffee customers at W.B. Mason.
It's a disturbing trend.
W.B. Mason. The Green Mountain coffee.
And lots of gourmet flavors.
And low prices.
Their everyday delivery, their one-cup brewing.
No waste, no mess.
Well, I know one company that'll never switch to W.B. Mason.
Never.
This company.
Right.
Come on, let's get a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee, gentlemen.
Oh, Mama.
Who but W.B. Mason?
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Was Abe Lincoln honest?
Does this dress make my backside look big?
Perhaps it will.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Is having a snowball fight with pitching great Randy Johnson a bad idea?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this was a bad idea.
There's no way to hide it. If you drive drunk, we will find you. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement and cracking down like never before.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight? Sir, have you been drinking this evening?
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
Make no mistake, you will get caught and you will be arrested. Over the limit, under arrest.
Did you know that the Kia Sorento has class-leading V6 horsepower? Did you know the Sorento is a top safety pick? Did you know it comes with advanced technology? And do you know which competitor offers all of this, plus third-row seating? the CR-V, or the Equinox? Answer is neither. The Kia Sorento. The more you know, the better it gets. And right now, we're offering 0% APR financing.
And we are back once again on the WB Mason Yankees post-game. A little closer win than the past two nights against the A's as the Yankees win at 4-3 tonight. Mariano Rivera picks up his 28th save and gets the win for A.J. Burnett. Let's get to the Bigelow T post-game booth report now with Michael and Flash. And guys, it was an August to forget for A.J. Burnett, but it was nice to see him refine some of his command tonight. Maybe, just maybe, it's the start of a big September for him.
Well, you know, the Yankees need him to do that because he becomes very important for them in the postseason. He becomes a very strong arm who's had success in those big games. You always remember Game 2 of the World Series last year, a must-win for the Yankees after losing Game 1 to Cliff Lee. He needed a victory today. Yeah. He needed something positive to happen, and I think that's why we both agreed it was good to get him out after 6 innings.
No, I definitely think a nice move by Joe Girardi. You know, the pitch count was close. He probably could have went back out there for the 7th. But A.J. tonight, I just thought he competed. You know, if you just bared down on his body language, he had great body language out there. It looked like he really wanted this win. And I thought the first inning when he got the first out, then got in a little bit of trouble, was able to work his way through it. You almost saw that confidence level rise, and he had a big night.
Now, do you see anything differently than the way he pitched in August other than the body language? Was it different stuff, different location?
Well, I guess you can say the 8 strikeouts, he had a good power curveball, slider, whatever you want to call it. I like the fact he mixed in some changeups tonight, and he had some success with that. But really with A.J., and we talked about it in the scouting report, it's not mechanics, it's not a dead arm. It's just going out there and finding a way to win a ball game, and he did that tonight.